we shall do the same as well. So don't change your name. All right. I think our moderator is very kind and generous, because if we saw your significant name, right, we have already changed it for you. All right. So for some others who are still in the waiting room, please do change the name accordingly. And let me once again post our rules and regulation in the chat room so that y'all can see. And the second criteria is please have your camera on. All right. So I think our speaker will be very pleased, all right, when she sees everyone is paying attention. And this is showing gratitude to TQG and Amway as well for giving us a free workshop, free for us, but it is definitely not free. All right. So this is just two criteria that we should follow. And without further ado, let us now please once again welcome Wan Yu. And yes, Wan Yu, you may take over now.
All right. Okay, so everybody's back. Ready? Ready, yeah? Okay. All right, so I hope you have a cup of coffee next to you, and we will talk about content. Get the brain juice going, okay? And there will be a lot of interesting ideas here. Let's engage. You never know. You might have some really good ideas from the floor. All right, you can actually use it for your own purposes as well. All right, this is one of my favorite topics. And yeah, don't be afraid to share this. Okay. All right, so what exactly is content? Okay, now content is any information, any experience that you are sharing to your audience. All right, so the fact of life is the more you say on social media, the more you seem like an expert. True or false? What do you guys think about this statement? The more you share about a certain thing, people will see you as an expert. All right, if you agree to this, okay, just let me know in the chat. Okay, I'll just take a look at the answers in a bit. It is. You compare person A and person B, right? Person A who doesn't post anything related to exercise and versus person B who probably posts just one exercise related tip a week. He is already winning out on person A. All right, person B is seen to be more healthy than person A, right? All right, so this is fact of life. So if you want to be known for something, you post more of that content. I know some of you are saying, but it's my personal Facebook leh. Then, I don't have a lot of flexibility to post whatever I want already. No, that's the thing, right? When you use your profile, you have to give up on something. So that's why, like me, I will actually do it in a separate page instead of my own profile. But I understand that some of you are just starting out, so it's okay to actually do it on the profile first, so that you know within your circle right now which are the type of content that works really well. And then you invite these people to a specialized page, and then you can actually funnel down. That means you can actually more focus on that topic on the page. That's how I started actually. Yeah, a lot of my gaming live and stuff like that, I started with my profile. And it's only later that I actually converted it into a page. Yeah, but again, you always start with your profile because your circle is the first group of people that you're going to connect with. All right. So again, page, the one thing about page that you cannot use, all right, is again, this is following Amway policy. You cannot run ads on Facebook page, but you can actually just use your page for content, for managing 2 platforms. That's good enough most of the time. All right. Okay. So, well, of course, people will buy from people you trust, right? Okay. And normally content will be text, picture, sound, music, video, or even event. When we say event, normally it means webinar, live shows, all right? These are considered Facebook events. In fact, whenever you start a Facebook Live nowadays, Facebook has made it in such a way that it will be created as an event. And you can actually, share this event out, invite people to come and get notified when your when they actually start, or when your event is ready to start, your Facebook Live. All right. So again, some people say, if you want to talk about something and you give text, sometimes it is not easy for people to understand. So it's a good idea to diversify a little bit and do a little bit more photo-centric kind of content or video kind of content. But of course, I think most of you some of you have tried it before. Video versus photo, right? Which one you think is easier to produce? I want to see what you think. Video or photo, which one you think is easier to produce? All right. I can see one or two of you say video. Interesting. Okay. All right. So again, it depends. Some of you are very natural. Once you turn on the camera, you just thought, okay, that's content already. Yeah. All right. And some of you, when you say photo, it means, photo of you or photo of the subject. That's one of the things. All right. So interesting, right? Okay. So yeah. All right. So you can see the different people will think different kind of content works better for them. Do that. Do whatever you feel comfortable. Because again, the good idea here is if you do video, right, it's easier for you to just extract bits and parts of your video into a photo screenshot. All right. That's how you actually do one content, but you produce in many different channels or many different media. Video is still powerful. It's still very, very powerful. All right. Screenshot out that, key points of a video. All right. In fact, if you run out of things to say, you just go into the YouTube channel of other people, just extract out some of the key points, and then you just record a video of you saying the same points. When you think all these TikToker on TikTok, TikTok videos, 15 seconds, they seem to have a lot of things to say. Where do they get their points? They get inspiration from YouTube. But as long as it's your face, it's not considered a copyright issue. Munyadi? All right, just to answer your question here. All right. You take the key point, but your face, your voice is saying the key points. That is not a copyright issue. Unless you are reciting a poem and you're not giving credit, that's the different thing. But if let's say you're just sharing information, why not, right? All right, so no worries. Okay, Shopee does quizzes. All right, so sometimes your content can be as a form of question. When we go down to the community side, I will teach you how to use different kind of contents to create engagement within your group. All right. Video again generates 12 times more shares. Why? Because you can incorporate a lot more things in the video compared to an image. If one image equals to 1,000 words, one video is 10,000 words. A lot of things can be in the video, yeah? So, yeah. Try to invest some skills in making videos. All right. And Malaysians is very weird, people. Global average is people watch about 40 minutes video. Malaysians, right, they watch up to 80 minutes video. It's crazy, but it's facts. Yeah. Now you understand why Malaysia so many YouTubers you never heard of, right? Why they are doing YouTube? Because can make money. Yes. Okay, yeah, all right. So why Malaysia so many YouTubers? You compare the whole Southeast Asia, right? Malaysia has the most YouTubers. YouTubers that we have never heard of. But they have their niche. They have their entertainment value. All right, so something to go into, seriously. All right, and people watch videos all the time. Number one, activity some more. All right, produce more content or you become irrelevant. Yeah, people will forget you if you stop and keep quiet on social media. Never stop and keep quiet on social media. Make sure you at least post one content a week, however busy you are. At least one content a week. Because the moment you leave your social media quiet for more than 1 week, the robot will move on. The robot will start promoting other pages. And when it comes back to you, when you have new content, it takes longer for the robot to help you. Yeah, it's bad. So when the engine is running, you must keep it running. So you must keep feeding content. Content, attention, traffic. Right? So when it comes to content creation, always remember, it helps to get engagement for you. It adds personality to you. all right? And you can get a chance to showcase any product you want, okay? You can provide visual explanation, and you can also get people to come back to you, the retention rate, all right? And also eventually you will build trust, enough trust for customers to convert to you. And what kind of content works, all right? The most shared content, the most content that gets shares, comments or likes is generally list contents, all right? Infographic content, things that have point 1, 2, 3, step 1, 2, 3, process, checklist, all right? This kind of content, I tell you, it's not just useful for the person that's reading it. When you combine it with a call to action that, hey, if you have friends and family who could use this tip, all right, share this out. And people are willing to share because the tips that you're sharing is general purpose. It's something that they feel their friends should know. All right. So list post is the number one best kind of post that you can post inside Facebook. Some people combine the art of list post into infographics. That means instead of just writing a text list of step 1, how to do, step 2, how to do, some of you might have seen it before on Facebook. They put nice square image, 1, 2, 3. Those of you who love to cook, you've probably seen the thing before, right? How to cook curry chicken, step 1, ingredients, 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay. So yeah, when you put it in graphical format, okay, infographics like this, lagi more people share. You look at just how the makan, Eat, Pray, Love Facebook page, I Love Malaysia, they've been doing this a lot. All right, lately they're actually recommending things to buy also on Shopee. Yeah, it will never stop. Okay, it's recommendation. Okay, the rest is more about, people who are in business. That's what they normally do, interviews and stuff like that. But I think for most of us, for normal people, it's a good idea to practice how to do list posts or infographics. In fact, later, when we do a quick walkthrough of how you can DIY content, Abdul Rahman, you're asking how to DIY content. All right, I'll show you how to do it using online tools. All right, so how do you start? Okay, where to find ideas? So just now when I say list content, infographic, right? Actually, infographics is a very, very interesting type of content that combines two things. It is both useful and interesting. Now, interesting is where something is cute, something is pretty, something is handsome, or someone is handsome. All right, but when you don't have cute, handsome, and also attractive on your side, you probably need to be a little bit more practical. All right. So some people are very practical people. Oh, information like this so deep, so complicated, and so expert level. All right. People also hard to digest. So there are some people on the internet who are very smart. They combine both. They still put a fun factor in a very serious subject. All right. So I think some of you probably know who is MalaysianSays.com. And even sometimes MGAT also, they have a serious PSA, but they still inject a little bit of humor in it. Humor in the sense of maybe Malaysian English, not so formal English, but it makes it what? Relatable to the audience. And that's a keyword. All right. If you're writing notes, okay, write down, make sure all your content is somehow relatable to the audience that you're trying to reach. All right. If they are Malaysians, write it in the Malaysian language. Okay. If they like Lang Chai Lang Lui, okay, make sure you have some sort of Lang Chai Lang Lui in the corner somewhere inside your content. Okay, so it's very popular technique. I'm not saying sex doesn't sell, but it does somehow. All right, but you have to make it interesting and useful. All right, and practical utility being shared most of the time. More share, more reach, more traffic, more followers, and more likes. It's a loop. It's always a loop. All right, and you must make sure your content has at least one of these values. You're teaching people something, you're entertaining something, you're giving inspiration, or you're making something exclusive for people to know. All right, something that normal people won't know or unless you are part of a group. That's exclusiveness. All right, information PSAs. And the last one is called reciprocation. Okay, it means gratitude. People will love people more when people show gratitude. That means, thanks for the followers and likes. We are now officially 200 followers in our Facebook group. Yay! Or you say something like, hey, we received a very nice parcel from one of our members today. He's actually starting a new business selling plants. All right, so this is a very small cactus with a blooming flower. You take photo, and yeah, that's a gratitude post. All right, sometimes small bits of goodness like this will actually attract people to see the human side of you. Okay, it's not always about business, yeah. But again, there are lots of ideas here for content in the slides. Feel free to browse it. I hope you guys have the slides with you already. Somebody was asking for it just now. All right, do a survey, take a position, share slides from recent presentations. Oh, okay. All right, interview, tell a joke. Again, the joke thing, please be very careful on this one because not everybody can understand the same kind of jokes that you can. Correct. I can see Shirley nod head. Yeah. All right. So there are basically three areas that you have to be very careful when it comes to jokes. Okay. S, R, and P. All right. So I think some of you are quite familiar with this. There are three things that you should never talk about or try your best as possible to avoid. Douglas Lim is treading on very gray areas, but I think he is agreeable because the general public agrees with him. Nobody chari pasal with him that strongly yet. Okay. So, but again, generally, right, I would like to say S, R, and P, do not overblow things like sex, religion, and also politics. I know Douglas likes to do that politician funny things. Okay. We call it satirical content. And satire is something that not everybody can get unless they are really deep into the same kind of joke or environment. So your audience might be people of a different level, of different ideology. So that's why I would prefer to avoid these three things, but you focus on the interest area, the benefits of using this for their own good. Like the benefits of exercise, that's it. You don't have to talk about politicians there, You don't have to talk about religion there, You don't have to talk about sex there, So it's a very, very safe subject. You get what I mean? All right. So don't go into the SR and P. Very dangerous. I know some of you are probably saying, but the newspaper do it all the time. Why we cannot? I tell you, you are running a business. If Facebook decides to ban you, MCMC tries to look faults at you, habis, game over already, So don't, okay? You do not want to tarnish your reputation or your business reputation or you as a personal person with that. You can, okay? All right, so SRP. Okay, so good. All right, content creation. Okay, so a lot of people try to invest money in creating original content. Like just now one of you are saying, hire videographer lah. If it's a good friend, they will do 2 or 3 quick ones for you lah, but sooner or later they will charge lah. All right, original content normally will cost money or will cost a lot of time. All right, if you guys know how to take your own photo, I guarantee you, just to get that item in the right position under the same lighting in the right angle, I tell you, it's already 2 or 3 hours already. You want to write your own article 100% original, 1 week lah. Definitely. Okay. So yeah, like I said, inspire by other people. Take key points, okay? And choose between the somewhere in between or model after style. All right, like Muniani was saying, okay, how to copyright issue and stuff like that. Do we need to worry about that? Well, if you're just taking a key point, you model after is okay. Okay. All right. So memes, I tell you, among so many kinds of content that you can do, memes are the most challenging one. I know some of you are already expert level at posting the normal stuff, inverted quotes. Okay. The normal stuff means straightforward, explain what is this, why you do this, when do you use this, for who it is. All right. That one is very standard stuff. When it comes to memes, oh my God, this is level up already. All right. If you guys know how to do memes, I tell you, you can actually find, work by becoming a meme artist. And in fact, people like mgagsays.com, they hire people just to create memes. Do you know that? There's a lot of big brands out there looking for meme artists because memes is something much deeper than just information. It's about feeling. Oh my God, feeling. All right. So it's like the idea, the feeling, and it's very audience specific. Like for example, those of you who are fans of skincare, I'm sure you can attest to the second picture on the right. Okay, you keep hoarding a lot of skincare, right? But you don't use all of them. You only have one face, right? Okay, so every time there's something new coming along, you're like, oh, I want it. It looks so good. Don't know for what reason you're just attracted to it. All right, yeah, trust me. I have my own pains also similar to this, but I can always change the word around. Yeah, in my case, it's hoarded. A lot of games that I've hoarded during my younger days, but a new game comes out in the market, I just have no time to play it all. All right, so yeah, okay. Meme sites, there's quite a few of them on Facebook. You have to actually do some effort to go and research them up. Okay, you'll find some ideas there as well. Google search for meme templates. All right, we have a good friend there, Google. And whenever you need to find a meme with a blank one, all right, you can always search for meme templates followed by whatever subject. Okay, pop quiz. All right. Do you guys know what is trending right now on Facebook? What is trending? What is going viral right now? Oh, Wesley, on. Okay, good. All right. So those of you who know, okay, Squid Game is quite trending now. Yeah, the blur sotong one. Okay. All right. COVID, I wouldn't say it's hip and happening popular, and COVID is not really a good topic to pick on when it comes to virality because it's too serious. It's a very serious issue. You should not make fun of that. But if it's a TV program, TV show, radio station, funny quip, funny news, you can use that as something viral. If that goes viral, if something that you can change the virality into something related to you. Squid Game, All right. So again, these are other contents that you can do. Unboxing videos, okay. Tips sharing, okay. How-to videos, okay. You don't know what to post. Straight away ask your audience. Just ask your audience, what do you like to know today? All right. And your audience will probably tell you, hey, last time you shared this tip about running, right? I don't know how to pick the best running shoes. All right. So you can basically, share content about running shoes. All right. Wow. June, you want to go Langkawi? Good idea there also. Preparing for holidays. Gearing up for holidays. Interesting topic as well. Huh? All right. So again, interactive posts. Fill in the blank. How many of you like this kind of post? I give you one statement and then I just put a blank there. If you want to go for a holiday, first place you will go to is blank. Depends on the topic, right? Okay, I think like Junlan, you will probably say, this guy will be the first one to fill out that blank. I've been waiting for so long to go for a holiday, right? Okay. Now, whenever you ask a question like this, fill up a blank or ask a question, what is going to happen? A magic thing is going to happen. If your audience is the vocal type, like to answer question type, and some people I know, they cannot resist leaving a question unanswered one. They cannot resist but comment one. All right, so you will see a lot of comments appearing on the right-hand side here. All right, and this is going to trigger Facebook to say, wow, this content is interesting. I'm going to let more of these people, the people who commented on this post, their friends, to see what they did on this post. All right. So it's a good idea there also from Aaron. If you want to simplify questions, you can actually ask yes or no options also. This is good if you have, friends who hardly even interact with you on a daily basis, but yes or no, they actually answer. All right, so which is a good idea also. But sometimes open-ended blank questions, it will encourage people to say more, which is a good opportunity to get more quality feedback or more quality ideas. Okay. So connect with what's happening. All right, seasonal, something that is trending right now, Squid Game. All right, or events. Okay. I think the upcoming event, it's just past. Merdeka month was, from August to, middle of September. But again, some people don't find it interesting topic to talk about. I think generally in Malaysia, we love our entertainment so much. Even a TV show like Squid Game also can get people talking. those who haven't watched Squid Game also, they will probably ask, what is this circle, square, and triangle thing that you see on the internet? All right. So yeah, that's still a trigger. All right. So again, live life to know the events. I know some of you are probably not living your life, just going day to day, or I have to do this, or I have to do this. Sometimes you have to stop for a bit, take a look around, see what's happening. All right. If there's an interesting show, go and watch that show. All right. Come and see, are there other people talking about it or not? If there is, then it's likely it is a trend. All right. So live life. Seriously. Okay. All right. So these are just some examples of viral content, but I think most of you are very familiar with Squid Game. All right. But just in case for those of you who have never heard of Squid Game, let me give you something more relatable. Like election. When you go for election, sure got the black finger, right? So you must choose something, all right, about that thing that's going viral. There is some point there that people, once they see it, they know what it is. All right. Because this is also an indicator to the Facebook algorithm, that robot. All right, to know that a lot of people want to see this thing. All right, so that black finger thing was once very, very popular. The algorithm was crazy about it. Any company who actually had a black finger pointing upwards like this, okay, and did a promotion on top of it, they actually get more reach than normal posts. All right, Raymond, Manchester United lah. Okay, that one very niche group. But again, it could be because of CR. Yeah. All right. It's because of the person, not the game. Yeah. Unfortunately. But again, remember to focus on the right thing. All right. But very good example there, Raymond. Sometimes people can get it wrong. The thing that goes viral is Manchester United, CR. But, just for you guys know, people actually, more interested in CR than the game. Yeah. All right, viral content, food. Again, do not cross our community's love for food. All right, so your crispy chicken rendang. I tell you, the moment this issue came up on Facebook, wow, you can see a combined effort of 5 different countries in SEA. Wow, jointly attack. All right, MasterChef. All right, and blasting that judge for not knowing how a chicken rendang should taste like. All right, so again, well, big brands are not going to let go of this opportunity. They hop on to the virality. All right, and not just people who are actually in the chicken business or chicken food business, even brands who are not related to chicken also, like IKEA, like Tesco, like even a bank also, they hop on to the viral wave. So it does work, because whatever it is, as long as there's someone looking for rendang crispy or crispy rendang, then their post actually appears in front of them as well. It's a hack. All right. So those of you who are thinking, okay, how to get my post in front of total random strangers, viral content can work. All right. And especially when your viral content has elements of something viral, something funny, even if the person not interested in your actual product or your actual key point of your post, they will still share it because it has that running theme of something viral. Yeah. Ostrich, Chickaboo. All right. So this is a very, very famous ostrich on the highway. Okay. They basically, took a video of this bird. And again, the brands are all crazy about it, rushing for the last minute deal, making sure that it's delivered on time, making sure you're going to a meal on time. Even airlines also using a flightless bird in their advertisement. All right. Handphones trying to, highlight a feature of their phone using the bird that cannot fly, but runs very fast. So, there's running things about that incident that you can relate back to you or your business or to your idea. All right. 460. Anybody know this? Once upon a time, there was this guy who's, was sort of conned into belanja this lady, a 460 burger. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, the water fish scenario. All right. Yeah. All right. And imagine this. Even I remember the company Banyan Tree, I think, they actually made fun of themselves. They were the one who actually offered this 160 burger, and they actually built a promotion on top of that same viral. Wow, that one, I tell you, Changi, the best news ever. All right, so yeah. All right, so again, people actually do this all the time. BTS. Anybody know who is BTS? Okay, you're not old. Okay, your kid. Okay. All right, we are not a BTS fan, but I tell you, every time you see that purple color, it's like BTS, is it? K-pop, is it? All right. I think by now you're educated already lah. This BTS ARMY thing, ARMY is basically the fan club of BTS. Just in case you don't know. All right, but yeah, right, crazy. And even the dim sum also can actually take the BTS and turn it into something relating to them. All right. So yes, it's a skill to master. It's a skill to master, definitely. But you will spot this on and off. The only thing about viral content is we can never tell when it happens. It's totally random. We don't know when it will happen. If it's not a planned event like Merdeka Day, no, it can happen just overnight, Just something happened, and then within 24 hours, boom, everybody talking about it. Even Twitter is talking about it. And do you know that sometimes things go viral in Twitter, they can also jump and be viral in Facebook? Something that is viral in Instagram can jump to Facebook and become viral. So it's good to have an ear in the other social media platforms and watch and see whether something that is going viral in that social media platform is going to jump over to Facebook or not. TikTok also, yes, Charles. Okay, good one. All right, TikTok has quite a number of really good, fantastic viral videos that actually get featured on says.com. And slowly, it will actually have more spotlights, okay, more different kind of content that's based on something that went viral. Lalisa, yes, I saw that video yesterday, but I think last month there was this particular one about health. People actually freezing honey and eating it like a popsicle. Yeah, something like that, because it was summer in the US. So in the among the audience in the US, the TikTok users were doing this. And then a lot of our local doctors and practitioners, all right, they actually say, having honey that way is not healthy because you're actually consuming more sugar in your body compared to your regular honey drink. All right, so it became an issue, but there are some very clever nutritionists or people who are into healthy eating. They actually did a few content talking about this. All right, that's how you can, change something viral that actually benefits you or showcase you as a person that is related to that subject matter. So like Lalisa is actually a rap song, right? Related to Lisa, right? Okay, so unless you're in beauty or you're into dancing or you're into keeping fit, you might be able to use Lalisa as a kind of content to promote your interest or to engage with your audience group. Fans of rapping? I've seen quite a number of influencers, rapping to Lalisa's the song. So yes, that's how they promote themselves. Color, logo, or even the idea of BTS can actually be used. All right. So again, you are trying to hop on different hacks. Some of you like to say this, it's hacks. All right, to power up your magnet. All right, and a lot of people don't remember that social media really, to reach people, you must have a very, very strong magnet. And magnet is based on three things: the type of content you share, your network, and also your engagement. So these three things will actually power up your magnet in different ways. But a combination of all three is going to help you superpower your magnet. Yeah. So some people are very, very good at producing content, but content that doesn't engage, doesn't get shared, is also, the power is less. It will bring audience, but it's bringing it in a very, very slow pace. So you need to improve your content DIY when you create your content also. All right, so content inspiration, again, there's a whole lot of lists here, so you can go through it. All right. And just pick one or two if you're really dry on ideas. Okay. And again, Pinterest. All right. Pinterest is a very interesting graphic platform. All right. You can find a lot of very good infographics, a lot of facts also inside there. All right. There's very interestingly, there's one particular group called the Amway IBO Ideas. All right. This one, I stumbled upon them when I was doing research for you guys. And then I find that there's a lot of content here is very recruitment kind, very marketing related, and also a little bit like recruitment or tips for ABO users. So go ahead, okay, take a look at Pinterest when you're free. You might find something. Follow the right kind of influencers. If you're into makeup, then follow makeup influencers. You're into sports, follow sports influencers, because they are frequently the first one that's going to share some really interesting content to engage with audience like you. And remember what I said, birds of a feather flock together. People that follow you is going to be at least 70 to 80% like you. So it's okay. The content that you like, your audience might also like. So not wrong to follow the right influencers. All right. Some of you are more advanced. You follow a few different influencers, but the concept of the content you repurpose a little bit into your own interest area. A sub-niche, you can call it. All right. Okay. So other platforms like Stan, Engage, they actually have a list of other types of influencers of different niche. So again, like I said, sometimes you have to just do a little bit of cross research. All right. So what should I post? I still haven't got any idea how. How do you get started? I say, as long as you know how to write, you know how to take picture, you know how to take video, you can start a vlog. A vlog means it's your life. Document your life. Of course, not every single detail. If you are comfortable in sharing that, sure. I've seen people doing that also. Because, I mean, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not in a life of crime. Okay, you're living like any other normal people. The more genuine you are, the more likely people will like you because you are just like them. And some people like that. So like maybe in your life, you are actually working really hard on your ABO business. All right. You want to document or you want to show people the process of you looking for ideas for your next content or looking for ideas to actually set up a Facebook Live talk. You can actually show some behind the scenes as well. All right. Or you can, show people how you live healthy by walking the talk. And people love to follow people who walk the talk. You show them the actual process of you actually eating healthy, living healthy, keeping up positive affirmations, how you tell yourself to live positively, how you view life, your perception, your perspectives. Sometimes people look at you as a source of inspiration. And when they feel so much inspiration from you, they will actually recommend other people to follow you as well. Yeah, slowly you're adapting into a life of influencer. And you are actually influencing. Body fit in 60 days. Good idea there. All right. Okay. Right. So you get the point. Okay. Could be anything. Even for those of you who love to read books, you can actually do book summary also, You just think, how many of us actually read books? Well, that's point number one. Number two, you want to choose a book to read, but you don't know what to read. All right. So one of you are really a book avid reader. You can actually do that as well. Just summarize 2 or 3 pages, 15-second video. Can what? Facebook. Okay. But yes, I've seen also people summarize things on Facebook. Yeah, because, there are some people who actually don't have time to go through so many pages in Facebook, right? But they are interested in this kind of news. So they just come to you. You seem to be very update on every day, what happening on Facebook or whatever, viral one. I get first-hand report from you and I just follow you already. Enough. Why I have to follow 10 other pages when I can just follow you? Remember, people want what? Fast, convenient, effortless. Right? Okay, yes. There are people who actually do that. Summarize stuff. All right. Okay. So you love gardening. You can actually talk about gardening. You love exercise. You can share tips on exercising. And I think these two are two of the most popular topics right now, especially when you know that people who are stuck at home, you can't go out to gym. You want to go gym also, you're very scared. Some people are liking the idea of planting things in the house also because they are in the house all the time anyway. A little bit of green in the house is actually quite positive. So yeah, you'll find people going into different things. All right. The family-oriented kind of influencers. All right. So, if you want to do a family video channel, you can. All right. You talk about life as a family or young parent. It's like these guys are actually from Taiwan. So, yeah, this is how they actually get YouTube famous. Okay, some of you can recognize. Okay, good. All right. So, again, content pyramid, document a pillar content. I would say video is always best. Repurpose into micro content. Extract key points, write it into article lah, picture lah, meme lah, quote lah, stories lah, or even animated GIFs. Interesting. Okay, so some of you are very, your face is very expressive. That means you have a lot of, funny expression on your face. All right, so if you are keen, you can actually make that expression of your face into an animated GIF, into a very funny sticker, and then you put it in your stories. And then you know what? On Instagram, right? If you know how to create stickers, right? And other people use your sticker, when they click on your sticker, they come to your profile page. This is one of the hidden techniques that Nando's like to use. All right. So if you're on IG, you try and insert a sticker. You look for Nando's, you will see a lot of cute chili kind of stickers that you can put inside your post. All right. After you do out the post, you ask your friend to click on the chili, you go into the Nando's profile page. Woohoo. All right. Okay. So again, distribute to all content across different social medias so that you can get the best reach among different audiences if you want. Of course, you can, distribute somewhere else if you want to, or keep it there. It's okay. But this is just an idea lah. It doesn't have to be hard. All right. Gary Vaynerchuk, again. Gary Vee, they always do it all the time. It's standard operating procedure for him. And he almost posts every day, just different channel. Wow. Okay. Yes, my hero, sort of. All right. So again, Charles, this is our founder of DMC training. All right. So what he does is he sometimes do tutorial videos, okay, to teach people things on YouTube. All right. But FB Live on Insta, sometimes he actually talks about recent news and interesting things that people can take away for their business. We also have people who are in investment or property. Okay. You want to build trust with people who engage with them. He sometimes put out content for people who are in the different stages of house ownership. All right. If you are a first-time buyer, all right, what can you do now to better help you position to get that loan? Example. All right. Then the center one is probably some updates, status updates and news. All right. The third one is basically, something deeper than that introduction video in the Facebook, or summarized or edited, or maybe in the middle a few more extra content that people can actually relate. All right. So, when you're talking about exercise and we're talking about something much, much deeper subject, okay, and especially when you are an enthusiast or when you are a person who actually practice and exercise, all right, these tips that you share, all right, you might find some extra information that people who are really deep into it, they will appreciate. So again, you can do it inside as part of a montage on the YouTube videos. All right, I-Heng. Yes, I-Heng is also quite good at investment property. Agree. Okay. All right. So this is this link here. You can actually go into this link to plan out your content. Just like what I say, don't shock post when you feel like your mood is there. You plan it. It's a good idea to plan all your social media in a calendar right in front of you. 1 month. The first week, I'm going to talk about, my page or myself, okay? I'm going to position myself as a person who actually emphasizes on fitness. All right? Okay? If fit news Instagram, if unfit news kilogram. Well, okay, your goal, okay? Your goal for yourself is to help these unfit people to get fitter, okay? So that's the overarching idea. Start your calendar. Week 1, what you want to talk about? Week 2, what you want to talk about? Week 3, what you're going to talk about? All right, you plan, at least on the surface level, each week, what topic, and then you go down one more level. Are you going to produce some write-up, or is it a picture, or is it a video for that particular topic? All right, so at the end of it, at least, after 1 or 2 months, you have enough content to attract people who are interested in fitness in general. And by the way, the moment you post your content on social media, it will stay there. And it will work 24/7 for you. You don't have to keep posting, all right, until the robot actually knows what you have. No need. All right. Occasionally, you can take your old post. I can guarantee you, people usually do not remember what you posted 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you can recycle the post. So that's why, you plan content, you do content for about 2 months already, and then you just repeat post. Yeah. All right. Inside the social media editorial calendar, also there's a worksheet. There's a different sheets there. You can actually take that sheet to collect all your different articles. Like you ask Google before, or you want to figure out how to, exercise healthily. All right. So there's 1 or 2 websites there that has tons of resources, or something interesting you saw in this particular page. Copy that URL down and note down the key points that you saw in the article. It will save a lot of time. It's better than just saving the URL and go back into the URL and read through the content again. You don't have time for that. All right. Okay. So yeah, every time you post something, right, on your own Facebook page, please remember to set it to public. All right. By default, all your posts, if you post from your profile, it's going to be your friends or acquaintances. All right. So if you want to plan to market to people, total strangers, set your reach up there. Okay. Instead of your friends, you set it to public. All right. So good one there. Okay, Carmen. Okay. Thank you for reminding me that. So make sure you do that. By the way, if you post it directly from page, it's going to be, public anyway. But on profile, it's always only to your friends, which is not big enough. You want strangers, you got to put it in public. But remember, when you put public, there's all sorts of people can actually see your post. So avoid SRP, please. Yeah. All right. Album also set to public. Yes, correct. Okay. Good. All right. So golden rules of content creation is always about attract, engage, and convert people. All right. So don't focus too much on selling posts. I know some of you are very tempted to say, okay, let's just take one of the standard posts that is from Amway and just post it inside your profile. It's too salesy. People are very afraid of being sold. They love to buy, they love to shop, okay, but they are very afraid of being sold. Right? Especially when you have circle of friends, you also don't want to just suddenly sell them things, right? A friend is friend, you don't want to force them to buy something from you, isn't it? Unless they're convinced, they're into it, they come to you. But don't push things to them if they don't want it. You can suggest, which is what we are doing, on social media. Every single piece of content that we put out is basically to suggest. They have the right, your audience has the right, okay, to choose whatever solutions that they want. But it's our duty, and as a good friend or good family member, to suggest something that might help. So again, relevancy is very, very important. So it's not that you cannot do sales posts, just keep it as a minimum. All right. We follow something called the 80-20 rule. All right. Now, 20% of your posts can be specific about the product, but 80% of the time, share content that is related to information or some tools or some testimonials or how-to guides, or even tell a story. All right. Okay. So that sales posting, you keep it at the minimum. And anything that there is about yourself, that self-promotional stuff, you keep it at minimum so that you encourage people to interact with you. Okay. So even like Emily, all right, she also sometimes will mix and match a little bit of her content. It's not always about the product. All right. Sometimes it's about the lifestyle, or maybe the results, or maybe some tutorial. All right. But not really smack in front of you. This product is good. Sometimes she also mix around a little bit of different content. So, all right. Okay. All right. So free traffic generation, again, short term and mid term. All the posting that you're doing is going to be focusing on the short term. But in the long term, you've got to use something more powerful than that, which is community building and also social media building. All right. So again, be genuine, okay, and make sure you have a call to action. People see your content already. What do you want them to do? A lot of people tend to forget this. You know why? Wow, the content is so informational. I share with you 3 tips on how to actually eat healthy. 1, 2, and 3. And then people see your content, people share already. That's it. People don't share. People see your content, they read already, and they say thank you, bye-bye. That's it. You know, your call to action can be something very simple. All right. If you think this is helpful for your friends, do share it out. That's one call to action. All right. If you like more of these tips in the future, come and like and follow our page. That's one call to action. All right. So you can set different call to actions in your post, but rule of thumb, only have one. One call to action to one post. That's the best. All right. If you give too many call to action in one post, people confuse. They will not do anything at all. It's worse. Okay. So remember, if people comment on your post, do take the time to reply to the post. All right. It's like, I comment to your post, I'm left hanging because there's no response. I start to feel ignored. Okay. I start to say, these people is just posting the content for the sake of posting the content. No engagement chance. So if it's possible, reply to the comment. Make people feel that, there's an actual human behind there. It's not some robot that's trying to put out content automatically. People don't want to talk with robots. People want to talk with real people. Okay? Encourage interaction. Ask questions if you need to. Solicit feedback from them. All right, share your experience with us, what your thought on this. So like, for example, you want to introduce a new way of diet. All right, and you're not sure whether your audience have tried it before. All right, so you might want to encourage them and say, hey, this is one very simple idea of a healthy breakfast. But if you have any ideas on how to eat healthy, share it in the comments. Or, generally this is how I make my breakfast. But, if you have something similar, but normally you replace certain things, all right, go ahead and share it in the comments so that, all our members here will actually benefit, all right, from the very different ideas. Some people cannot take milk, so they substitute with soy milk. Ideas like that. So you encourage interaction so that your members in your group, let's say you're operating a Facebook group, they don't feel left out. They still have a chance to contribute if they need to. All right. So be authentic. All right. That's the fundamental thing that you have to do in your post. Do not be too studio. Yeah, I know some of you when you take picture, right? Wow, have to be white color background lah, have to look like some studio shot lah. Cannot lah. It's too studio, too commercial, and people don't like that. people like it if you're authentic. So the occasional blurriness in your photo is still acceptable because you're not selling something. Yeah, all right. Okay, so even Facebook Live also sometimes the live also behind there is like carpet lah, wardrobe lah, but it makes people so much more relatable. All right, humanize. Okay, you have to have a high production rate. Which basically means make that video and repurpose it into some other content, saves time. All right. And different kind of content for different factors. Some people use rational thinking more. So you might actually need to focus on things that is educational or informative or solves the problem. They are practical people. If people who are more emotional driven, they like things that is entertaining or inspire or even pose a challenge to them. So you will have a mix of people who love certain types of content over the other. How to find out? You test. You post a series of 7 different contents for 2 weeks and you check which kind of content actually get more response from your audience. And then you do more of that. Even I also cannot tell you exercise is more emotional people or practical people. I don't know. because your network or your group is going to have very different people, and you got to test it one round. Okay. All right. So choose a platform, identify the right content type, make sure you set the calendar, set a time when you want to actually upload that, and make sure you engage with them, reply to their comment. All right. Just target 3 to 5 enough already. All right. Like that calendar, 1 week, one topic is already more than enough for you to figure out some content already. Like me, myself, most of the time I can only do about 2 to 3 topics at a time. More than that is going to have a lot of things to research. All right. So hashtags. Okay, there are different types of hashtags you can actually do on Facebook and also Instagram. Now, hashtags is more powerful on IG and TikTok. All right, so for IG and TikTok, they live and die basically on hashtags. Your post, the moment before you press on the post button, make sure you already have the hashtag in the post. All right. So what kind of hashtag you can use? All right. So you can have 1 or 2 general hashtags. Okay. What is general hashtag? Food porn. Food porn. Okay. Exercise. Hashtag life. Okay. These are like, big hashtags, very general. All right. But very general hashtags, there's one very big problem about that is every second, there's at least 1 or 200 other posts that is using the same hashtag. We have a situation where your post is going to get drowned. You will tenggelam, literally. Okay, people also don't have chance to see your post, but it already went elsewhere. It doesn't appear in their newsfeed already. It happens a lot. So what you can do is you can also put 1 or 2 that is moderate traffic or moderate people follow. Okay, something a little bit more specific. Like for example, instead of just hashtag skincare, you can go down to one level of what exactly it is. Sleeping mask is also is also related to skincare, right? And it's more specific. When you look for the hashtag, the total number of posts is maybe about 200 or 100K. That's good enough. All right. You can also hashtag things that are inside your photo. So let's say you are taking this picture in front of a purple building, you can actually hashtag purple also if you want to. But all this hashtag is like bullets for the robot to understand what your content is about. All right. Now, of course, the last one is useful if you are going to build your own brand personality, personal branding. All right. You can always hashtag, Lily ABO. You can always, hashtag that is specific to your business or your business name or your own personal brand if you want to. Some of you have Diva name, right? So you can basically say health tips from Diva, health tips from Lily. You can do that. Because you have to, have a little bit of planning to consistently use the same branding hashtag across all your posts. Now, hint. So there's a few things that you can do for hashtag, and here are some tips and tools that you can use. Popular hashtags, okay, specific industry hashtags, brand hashtags. Now, of course, when it comes to brand hashtags, you know who to support, right? Okay, all right. So please make sure you use the right hashtag and also check your spelling, please. I know I've seen so many people use hashtag in their posts. They're supposed to, use the right kind of hashtag, but typo error here or there. Check, make sure the hashtag is correct spelling. All right. There is other Amway hashtags that you can use, but you check your locality. Some Amway hashtag is actually specific to locality or country. All right. So if you do have one that is for Malaysia one, then you basically just put MY or something. All right. Or a particular type of Amway product or a group or an event. All right. So I believe the Amway team will also share with you also sometimes some very big event that's happening, and all of you are encouraged to do posting for the event. Sometimes it will happen. All right. So just take note of what hashtag is it, because it's going to actually trigger the robot on Instagram or even TikTok to actually show more people that is interested in that content. All right. Daily hashtags. Okay. If you run out of ideas of what to post that day, fall back to daily hashtags. All right, daily hashtags is like Wednesday motivation, throwback Thursday. You know, you got that really old photo that you took eons ago, and you want to show people a transformation of you. All right, last time, a long time, I used to be this size. Now I look so fit and nice. All right, so you can actually do like throwback Thursday a bit to show people the results. All right, of following, you know, your lifestyle. So something to promote also. Sunday fun day. Okay, those of you who like to do activities with the family, you can actually use this hashtag as well. All right. So just in case you run out of ideas, there's always the daily hashtags, and there's also another type of hashtag called holiday hashtags. Okay. Holiday hashtags is like International Coffee Day or hashtag emoji day. Yeah, you go and use Google and Google up holiday hashtags. Okay, that's another list of hashtags that maybe can be a little bit special for you lah. All right, there are hashtags that can easily relate back to eating, food, coffee, you know, general lifestyle stuff. But it's a very convenient excuse, all right, to use to power up your social media. Okay. Now, never add hashtags after you publish a post. It doesn't work that way. If you add a hashtag after a post, okay, basically the robot will detect that you are trying to play around with the algorithm and your post might not appear at all. It has happened quite a number of times. So if you forgot to put the hashtag, never mind, just let it be. Because if you edit that post and put the hashtag in, it might have some side effect that you don't want. Okay. All right. So make sure hashtag is already there. And again, if you use that calendar, you can park all your hashtag inside there. All right. So whenever you are ready to post that thing, you just copy and paste the hashtag inside the post also. All right. Delete and repost. Yes, can. Is there any maximum number of hashtag? Keep 5 to 8. All right. I saw people add hashtag in comment. Does it work? This one, I'm not quite sure whether it works or not. People say it does. Especially the first comment. If immediately the first comment is hashtags, some people say actually it works. All right. So in case you forgot to add it inside the post itself, the first comment, if it's your hashtag, it might work. You try and see. All right. Okay. Timing again. See your report to see what's the best timing. Is it after work, during work? Before work? It depends on your product. It depends on your content. If your content is about work from home or how to have a healthy computer lifestyle, sometimes people take breaks in between their working from home routine. So they might actually be more active during the working hours than after working hours. All right. So when it comes to timing, you really need to look at your own data to have the best advice. But generally, the motivation is very simple. What is your topic? And what kind of people who follows that topic? All right. If that topic is something work related or industry related or computer related, and you know for a fact that most of your audience actually work from home, then you can expect that they are active in the daytime. If your content is very entertainment related, like introducing shows or introducing, bits and pieces of knickknacks and where to buy stuff, you might find that they are more active after working hours because people tend to be more relaxed during that time. So again, look at the topic, look at your audience, and look at your data. All right. Okay, so posting more content more often and more frequently is better. What do you guys think? All right. I would say quality content works as well. All right. Now, if you post content more often and more frequently, you're doing exactly the things that non-quality influencers are doing. The not so quality influencers, if you notice, they keep posting what kind of content? Selfie a lot lah. Some random status update lah. Some of you just terus terang call it spam. It's called spam, all right? Yes, correct. Okay, spam stories lah, the pointless stuff lah. I mean, if you want to play that game, there's nothing wrong with playing that game. But I would say, generally, there are some people, your audience, They might look for something practical from you. And suddenly, if you change your style into the spammy kind and the influencer shock sendiri kind, I think you will lose follower much faster. All right. That's why I say, just now that diagram that has the influencer, advocate, and enthusiast. Now you understand why influencer, right? One post hardly can affect anyone because, they spam people. Yeah. All right. So do look at some tips inside your slide on how often to post on Facebook. This is starter recommendation. So like Instagram is 1 to 3 posts a day. All right. What time? This is starter timing only. You want to fine tune, you look at your data. YouTube once a week. Yes. This one. Consistent timing. Okay. After work, because it's long length video. Usually YouTube videos, right? Anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. And you quickly realize that there are some people who actually cannot afford 5 to 10 minutes in a normal work day. They normally reserve YouTube video watching after work. But different story when it comes to TikTok videos. 15 seconds, okay, anytime, because they watch about 2-3 videos, okay, I can get back to work. Strange, okay? I'll tell you, this is very strange customer behavior, but audience behavior, but you guys can probably, take some tips on this. 5 videos per week. Okay, 5 videos per week means 5 15-second video lah. If you cannot do 1 minute video. TikTok can allow you to upload 1 minute video. Yes, no problem. But I would say, if you are starting out, just do 15 seconds. Trust me, guys, when you first do your first video, you will realize how long 15 seconds is. Anyone? All right. Okay. Those of you who do TikTok, do you remember the first TikTok video you did? Yeah. All right. Okay. I can tell you. All right. You haven't done it. You don't know how long 15 seconds is. Okay. All right. Okay. So be consistent. Okay. Make sure your posting frequency is always same time every day, every week. Put it in the calendar or else you won't get it done. That's my best advice to you. Put it in the calendar or else you will not get it done. All right. This is my personal mistake. I'm sharing you what I fail. Okay. Because I don't put it in the calendar. All right. So a lot of my posting, right, is in here, but it's not there. Okay. Because I never plan what to post every week. I admit. All right. And please don't follow my footsteps. Plan what you want to post. Okay. When you want to post it. When you want to take that video. Plan everything. Okay. And do it. Execution is much more important than just thinking and saying, do not procrastinate TikTok, Nick. Okay, good, Charles. Oh my God, I love your copywriting, man. All right, okay. All right, I did whole night for 15 seconds. Good experience there. I think it's fun. All right, some people get addicted in doing social media content. And I hope, in the next section, when we go through, some hands-on thing about Canva, you will be actually encouraged to do your own TikTok or your own posting. Just start with normal posting, image post first. So slow. I'm not expecting you to suddenly go and dance and jump in TikTok, which besides dance and jump, there's a lot of other content you can do on TikTok. Okay. All right. So understand your customer audience. Okay. And how do you know what content your customer audience prefer? Always check your data. All right. So I think one of you is asking, where can you find data about this one? It's usually on the app itself. All right. So you have the mobile app. Usually there is, after you upgrade your profile into a creator profile, or even Facebook, you have a Facebook page, then you will get this data. If you don't have this kind of data, don't worry. You can still rely on the like, react, or post, comment. That one's still 3 basic information that you can find to gauge what content that people like. Now, TikTok is also the same. TikTok, you can actually convert your profile into something called a business profile. They can give you data. YouTube channel already has built-in. You don't need to upgrade the account. It's already built in there. You will notice that in YouTube, there is one section called analytics. They will actually analyze your video, at which point people drop off your video. Wow. So really good. I tell you, really, really good thing to invest in video, because you can record a 5-minute video and you take a look at generally people will watch until which part, and you will know that, oh, that part is very interesting. We should actually do more content about this. Language-wise, bilingual is okay or not? Can. Anything your audience like. Some people like most content in Mandarin, then you do more Mandarin. All right. Okay, what is creator account versus normal account? You're talking about which platform, Homi? If it's a creator account, it's I think you're talking about IG. So IG is creator account is basically like unlocking additional features. All right, on your TikTok, on your IG, so that you can start collecting data. And this platform, right, especially IG, you have to turn on the creator account before they start recording data about your audience that come and interact with your post. Have to pay? No, free. Free. How? It's inside the slides. Okay. Yeah, Carmen just asked this question already just now. All right. Okay. So yeah, it's inside the slide. I think the top part of the slide there, step by step, how to turn on the creator mode. Okay. All right. So yes, this is the insights that you get. Okay. You can see how many impressions, reach, and engagement. It's like a report card. How hardworking the Instagram robot is helping you to post content on Instagram, to how many people is actually seeing your content. Yeah, it's a report card from the robot to you. The robot says, okay, this content, this week itself, wow, this many people see. All right. So create more content that your audience will love. All right. And there are tools online that can actually help you compare you and your competitors. Yeah. So let's say, okay, you've been later lah. This is much later in the future. You upgraded yourself into a Facebook page. All right. You want to compare yourself with your competitors. There are online tools that actually enable you to do this. All right. So you can compare like, one Facebook page with another Facebook page and see, how many people engage, which one is more engaging. All right. And how often they post, how many engagement per post. All right. But the general rule of thumb is, you can actually do it on your own page. General rule of thumb is, if you have about 1 to 3.5% is a very average engagement. Don't expect 100%. Yeah. All right. But if you get above 6% of engagement inside your page, it's called very high. That means you're doing something right. Okay. All right. Again, cross-posting. Don't be shy to share some content that you shared on Facebook, on Instagram. In fact, I think some of you might notice that automatic one, or when you post something like a story on Facebook, automatically it will actually post it on Instagram also. Okay. Now, if you want to know whether it's a good idea or not, I would say it's not a good idea. Because I can be very frank, right? Facebook stories are very lousy one. Okay. Facebook stories, right? It's actually copied from IG. You know that? It's very lousy. I cannot stand it. All right. So if you want to do stories on Facebook and also IG, you do separate please. Okay. So you do a story size image or something, okay, and you use whatever sticker or whatever that is on Facebook only. And then the same image, you open up the Instagram app and you post it separately on Instagram. And you use Instagram stickers. That's the best way to actually post it. Yeah. Stories cannot. Okay, I tried it myself already. I cannot. I mean, Facebook stories is good because it's the biggest piece of image inside your audience newsfeed. It's good to highlight what you have in your page. It's great. All right. But if you expect it to work the same on Instagram, nope. All right. Okay. So, So again, just a very quick reminder of your BCR rules. All of you are ABOs. You should be already very familiar of what you can do and cannot do on your social media. All right, so this is like something like a reminder. I'll go through very fast. In case you want a refresher on sample content on what post okay, not okay, go to this Facebook page. All right, but I'm just going to quickly go through. Can you advertise Amway products on your personal media page? Yes, you are the ambassador, but you must only share your personal experience using the product. How you feel after using it, the potential of using this product and who you think is suitable for, you can. All right, because your friends are like you can relate to them better. That's the point. Okay. Now, before and after photos, very, very dangerous. Okay. If the before and after photo is you, okay. If the before and after photo is someone else who has a better body shape or whatever, no. All right, you're making a claim. All right, so very, very dangerous. Use your own photos, please. It's not about copyright issue, it's more about claims. All right, okay. All right. Can I promote and sell Amway through online selling platforms? This one definitely cannot lah. All right, this is ensure fairness among the ABOs. Can I use the word Amway in my social media platform? Okay, those of you who have not created any social media pages, groups, or even Instagram or TikTok or whatever, do not use the word Amway. All right, this is to protect you, yeah, actually. All right, you know, Amway brand is very big, okay? So it's a good idea to do it on using a personal name or diva name. You can do that. All right, but don't use the word Amway. Okay, what claims can I make? Ooh, like I said, cannot use claims, but I think most of you have some marketing material. So you can actually extract some USP that is written in your marketing material. You can share that as is. Don't simply add words or whatever, because it can be a different meaning. All right, so it must be truthful, accurate, and not misleading. Okay, all right, so can you create your own marketing materials? Cannot. Okay, so please use back whatever that is given to you. All of you have access to your resource, right? There's a special app that actually apparently you will have images, you will have music also, it seems. All right, so I don't have access to that. I'm just a speaker, but I believe all of you are equipped with that. To answer Yiting's question about downline, okay, also same thing. They should have access to this. All right, but again, refer to Team Amway and see how they can help you on this resource. All right. Sponsored ad art, cannot pay ads. Yeah, totally no. Totally no. All right, cannot. Okay, so this is also again to ensure fairness in the group. Okay. All right. So take a deep breath, everyone. Okay, let me look at the time. Okay. All right. So I want to ask, some of you asking me how to DIY your own photos. But let me get the better gauge of everyone. Has anyone heard of Canva before? How many of you is already using Canva right now? Okay, all the yes one, I assume that you are using. All right, so I can see about 20%, 30%. Okay, the rest of you should be somewhere up there, but not very familiar. Okay, usually you use it for presentation purpose. Okay, some of you very smart, already explore Canva, and probably hear so many good things about Canva. How people use Canva to create fantastic stuff on social media, right? All right, so yes, Canva can help you do a lot of different effects, okay, on your posts. All right, it's all very template driven. All right, so if you are a person who have very good looks and very good photo skills, okay, you can use any of these tools. It is actually available on your mobile phone as long as you have the Apple App Store if you're using an iPhone, or you're using an Android phone, there's always Google Play Store. Some of you are mentioning some names. Then I use Snapseed. Wow, very in. There's billions of mobile apps here that can help you do social media posts. Yeah. Now, the reason why I recommend Canva is because at one point, you'll be doing so many content for social media that you probably feel that, wow, do everything on mobile phone, very mafan, very tiring. Okay, so is there something that I can do on the desktop? All right, so Canva is useful because you can actually do stuff on the desktop, and you can also work on the same project on your mobile phone as well. So it's very convenient. The convenience factor is much, much better. But again, I'm not stopping you. All right. If you want to go and find out how to beautify your face without, or add makeup to your face without actually adding makeup, you can go and explore Meitu. All right. Beauty Cam Meitu. I tell you, the ladies love to use this. You take the photo. Oh, my legs very short. I want to make it longer. Okay. I tell you, standard. Okay. Do not believe every single photo you see on the internet. That's true. Okay. All right. So let's come on with remove background. Okay. instead of walking through the slides, right? Okay, I'm just going to go through some demonstration here on the actual Canva. All right, now this is going to be a very, very quick demonstration. Okay, but if any of you, sort of want to, have a, how I say, preview, okay, to take a look at this, just to see whether it's believable or not. Is it really so fantastic or not? Okay, you can basically just take a look lah. All right. Now, in my normal classes, normally I will do step by step, but this is a talk, so I'm going to actually speed it up a little bit. But feel free to ask questions. All right. So if you wanted to, use Canva, you can sign up for an account. Just use Facebook login or Google login. It's okay. All right. Easy peasy. Log in. You can see this. It will ask you what you will design. So if you want to do something for social media, you just click on social media. Immediately, you want to do what? On Instagram lah, on Facebook lah, on story lah, okay? You actually don't have to headache about what size is the story, what size is the image. I tell you, for non-technical people, all this number thing is too much. Just give me something easy to use. I just want to pick and choose, maybe change images here, there, a bit, and get it done with. Again, we don't have the whole day to do all our social media. Sometimes in the day, early morning, wake up, okay, I only have 15 minutes to get one social media post out. All right. And we are not expert designers also, but sometimes simple is good. All right. So if I want to do an Instagram post, okay, I can just click on Instagram post. Okay. And what it will do is it will give you a blank template like this so that you can start to explore your creativity. All right. Now, I don't know about yourself, but like me, I have phobia with blank canvas. How many of you also have the same thing? Give you another example. I give you one blank A4 paper. I ask you to draw a house. You don't know how to start one. Isn't it? Anyone? Okay, I'm not a designer also. Okay, I have the same kind of pain as you guys. All right, I have phobia of blank paper. Definitely. All right. So if you have phobia of blank paper, again, Canva, one good thing is something called templates. Oh God, I tell you, you have to thank the person who created Canva. Makes life so much easier. Okay, so today I feel like, okay, we do motivational quote. Okay, all right. So I can just go up here on the templates here, just put motivational quote here. Wow, so many patterns, so many designs here. All right, of course, Canva is actually free. No need to pay. All right, so you will see some interesting stuff inside here that actually might fit your flavor, your style. All right, but be very careful. There are some templates here which is marked with the word pro here. But it's better than starting them blank. It's always still better than starting with the blank thing. All right, so let me look for something that is a little bit better. Like this one. Okay. So one simple image, quote of the day, something with somebody's signature. All right, so I can change the color around, change the image, change the word, change everything about this thing, but I keep the same layout. What is layout? Layout basically means, okay, how the entire post is structured. All right, so there's some text, some image. That's a very good layout already. Good enough for me. All right, okay. So if pro need to pay, correct? Okay, pro need to pay. It's on a monthly subscription basis. There's also a yearly one if you want to. All right. So what you can do is, okay, I got some photos inside here that I used previously. And by the way, I actually do, use Canva a lot. I did mention before I'm doing game streaming, right? So a lot of my streaming video, intro video lah, a lot of stuff that I do on live, I also use this. All right, so yeah, forgive me, you can see a lot of gaming related images here. I use it for real. All right, so if I wanted to say, okay, just put a photo of a person sleeping here like this, okay, I can actually adjust a little bit more. All right, just to have a little bit more better, graphic element inside here. All right, and there you see. All right, so I can change this word around and say, getting a good night's sleep. Is important for well-being. Okay. Now, just in case you don't know what quote to put here and you're supposed to do a motivational quote, you know who to ask, right? Mr. Google knows. All right. Mr. Google knows a lot. You just type motivational quote for a person who exercised, boom, 100 different quotes. You can actually plan it every day. I told Google, okay. All right. So, Abdul Rahman, I love it. All right. Okay. Okay. So, here, okay. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys, whatever you do, when you design your post, right? Please, 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 please do your audience a favor. Don't choose fonts like this. Okay. I bet you 100% you don't know what is this. Probably a person's name lah, or the person who give a quote. All right. But it's very hard to read. All right, make life easier for your audience, please. Okay, you can choose that font. Okay, you can choose a new font, something that is easier for people to read. This is Design 101. I know it looks ugly, it doesn't look very stylish, but if you do have something important that's in your post, like infographics, what's the point of putting it in a very weird font that people cannot read? Yeah. Wow. Oh, you all start attacking Andy. Okay, Andy, I don't know what you've been doing, but seems that you are very popular when it comes to this subject. All right, okay. Fancy also have style, yes. But if it's a fancy word that is only for decorative purpose, it's still okay. People, not important. But I prefer to have important stuff that is inside here. All right, now you, on the top right corner here, like quote of the day, okay, instead of this, I teach you one tip. Your image, some of you might be so good at creating posters or images for social media. At one point, people will be very tempted to directly take your photo and reshare it themselves. Okay, you ask me how to prevent this. Sorry, we are too lazy. There will be some people out there who is very extra lazy. They don't do their own social media graphics. So what you can do, at least make it a little bit difficult for them. All right, put your logo here or put a signature here that signifies it's from you. All right, so if your Facebook page, the name is, health, diets, sleep well. Okay, tips. Okay, by Wan Yi. Okay, so this is like, your signature name or your Facebook name, or maybe a certain like a personal branding that you use for yourself. All right, or your account name or your handle or your hashtag. Put something there, all right, that can clearly say that this is done by you. All right, at least you park some branding there. I know some of you are saying, oh yeah, this one cannot deter anyone because nowadays there's a lot of apps you can just simply double click. Okay, use your finger, choose the same color, and then swipe out like that. Yeah, sure. But it's not easy, At least you don't make it so easy for people to just right-click, save image, and then repost. Okay? All right. So, yeah. Okay, so, this is the thing that you probably need to be aware of when you actually design your own post. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can change the background color. All right. So, in social media, every post that you put out has to somehow grab the attention of people. And how you grab attention of people, I think Andy is a designer from what I see. All right. So Andy, you can probably share 2 or 3 tips, but I share on your behalf. Usually graphic designers, right, or people who know how to design, they know how to manipulate things like color, size, okay, even style, even pattern, even something called texture. All right. So, in the the screen here, okay. Of course, Canva tends to be a little bit more simplified. You can actually change the color to start with. All right. So let's say changing the color is not so good. All right. You want to change the background into something much nicer. All right. Like, okay, I go into photos. Okay. Something like this color. Okay. A little bit more blue. Maybe this one also I change, into something much darker. All right, maybe a little bit of boldface like that. Okay, it might actually look better. All right, so you can still, go and adjust it a bit. All right, and vice versa. Of course, again, you must have very good sense of color, which a lot of us probably don't have. Me too. Okay, me too. All right, I'm not saying that you guys don't have. I am the worst one. I did, you know, in my introduction, I think some of you have detected before, right? I'm actually from software engineering. So it's a different skill, okay? But again, how to get better at design? You observe other people's work. Since you guys mentioned Andy, you observe Andy's work. Ching, ching, ching. Be inspired, I say. Be inspired, not copy, blah, blah. Okay? All right. Okay. Once download from Canva, can still do editing. Cannot already. You have to get it right here before you download. So let me just change this into something much more visible before I download. Okay, I know I'm not exactly the best when it comes to color, but you know, it's you just make sure that the important parts get seen, and most of the time it will work well. All right. Okay, so you edit. Okay, and then it's time to download. Okay, so on the right hand corner here, you can just click on download. Of course, some of you are, you know, feeling a little bit extra, you're looking for more convenience, right? You can actually share directly from your Canva straight into your social media. All right, but it may or may not ask you to sign up for a pro account. It will start to ask you to link to, you know, your social media. Okay, there. Recommend, okay, post it directly to Instagram or post it directly to Facebook page. All right, it may or may not ask you to actually go for Canva Pro so that you can start directly there. All right, so like I said just now, calendar, right? You want to do calendars, okay? You can actually, for a paid Canva Pro account, there's also a built-in scheduler here. What means? Okay, now I've seen people, especially agencies who do social media, what they do is they make sure they plan the social media calendar and they spend at least one day just to do one set of content that is for the 2 weeks at least. All right. And then you schedule one shot using the scheduler. It will automatically know how to post it at a certain time of the day when that day comes. So some of you like to lump everything, all the design work, all the thinking work in one day. That's a good idea also. All right. So you designate, okay, Monday is all about social media. I'm going to, on Monday itself, I make sure I have enough content for 7 days. I make sure I have enough content for 14 days. Set it in schedule. I don't have to think about it for 2 weeks. Then you repeat the cycle again. Again, try baby steps at a time. All right, baby steps at a time. So you try and see whether you can work out 1 week content within 1 hour or 2 hours. If it's doable, okay, you can basically do that as your system. Right? Remember what I said? Sometimes having a system can actually help you to be more efficient. All right. So I'm going to just click on download. Now, when you download, okay, what format is better? All right. Now, if your post has a lot of photographs means picture like this, got a lot of colors on, all right, please download as JPEG. It's better. It's a little bit lighter. All right. Although it says here high quality image, but you know, sometimes it's a little bit too heavy if you're using it for a website. Now, if you're not using it for a website, even on social media also, JPEG generally has the best compression, the best quality of colors. But you can try and see which one looks better for you. Of course, you can see here, can download MP4 video also. Yes, you can use Canva to make videos also. You can add animation, all right? You can actually add, animation like this, okay? You just get some revolving, animation that is on your item, okay? You can do a photo zoom like that, okay? It's a little bit animation like this, all right? And what happens is it will actually save it as MP4 format so that you can upload it on Facebook or Canva. But the problem with uploading videos, okay, is it might not autoplay on your mobile phone. All right, so just remember that, yeah. All right, if you are actually uploading videos as a post, it might not automatically play on your mobile phone. So make sure the first thing that people see, you might see the play button in the middle, but the first thing that people see, the important stuff, why people should click and watch this video, the headline, is very clearly visible in the post. Okay. All right. So next tip I want to share with you is, let's say, okay, I'm just going to pick a random photo somewhere from the internet. Yeah. Again, do you have to pick photos from internet? Cannot. All right. If you have a library, use a library. I'm just going to demonstrate what else you can do with this next tool that I'm going to introduce to you. Like for example, okay, I have an image of a particular product, okay, or a particular thing that I have with me, but I don't like the background. I want to change the background to something else. All right. So just let me save this as a sample. Okay. All right. Now, this next tool that you can use, okay, it's also in your slides, but I'm just going to show it to you. It's called Remove Background. All right. So what Remove Background does is you have this fantastic photo about a very nice image of a very nice girl. All right. But you feel that the background must change, something nicer. All right. So what you can do is you can just upload the image of that person. All right. Just put in the coffee mug. All right. And after 3 seconds, it will actually remove the background transparent. All right. So instead of, you can download it transparent like this and use it in Canva if you want to, or you can basically click on the edit button and replace a different background. All right. So maybe you want to do a brick style kind of background like this. It's probably better. Something more colorful, eye-catching, you say? Nah. Eye-catching enough or not? Yeah. Okay. So better than hiring designers to actually help you crop the shape out like this one by one. All right. So if you like it, just click on download and there you go. You have a new image. Okay. So, don't worry if, let's say, I want to show this product, but I don't like the background. How to get rid of the background? Of course, again, this is a separate tool. But if you are planning to pay for Canva, that's why I say Canva, if you pay for it, it's a very good one. Within Canva itself, they have something called a background remover. Really? Yes. Okay. In fact, you can also do live resize of your image also, but again, only Canva paid account. Okay, I'm not an affiliate of Canva, all right? I'm not selling for Canva, but I'm just saying sometimes it's worth investing a little bit of money in your tools. All right, now last thing. Now, I don't know about you, but let's say you wanted to find some photo in your library. You probably see up, down, left, right, a lot of photo. Got a lot of American ladies, Canadian ladies. It's not very local. And remember what I said. People normally look at the image. They need to have a moment of building trust with you, right? So sometimes Caucasian photo doesn't work that well. All right. So what you can do is you can go to xframe.io. Also share inside your slide. Don't worry, you're not missing a lot. And here you get a lot of photos that is ladies. Okay, ladies and Asian. All right. So you want people to look like that. They feel good. They feel confident. You can basically, look for makeup. Okay, people in front of the mirror, people in front of this. Okay, put some really nice words here. How to feel good on the early morning. Bright, nice looking Asian lady. Okay, so yeah, all right. So again, you'll find a lot of really good photos here featuring Asian faces, which might work well to engage with your audience. Might be eye-catching enough for people to pay attention because, this person look like me. I can relate to this person better. So this is a psychology of photography, which I can share with you guys. Normally, right, as Asians, we tend to be a little bit, how I say, intimidated when we see foreign faces because it feels so far, so near yet so far, unreachable. But once you put an Asian face doing something that they think they can also do, instantly it makes a connection. It's a bridge. It's visual manipulation of the human mind. So far, okay? So this is Xframe for you guys, okay? And of course, in the notes, you will find a lot of very good tips on how to use another tool to make videos, I think. I also recommend other tools that you can use to make videos also. So Canva, we've actually done some demonstration here and there. All right, how to find free templates and you can actually filter as well. All right, step by step. okay, I care about you guys. Okay, I already planned everything step by step already. So you can actually get the notes, go back home, practice. DIY your own picture better. All right, so click here and download, put it inside. Okay, there's a lot of these are Malay samples. Canva also can help you do video, yeah. All right, so you can choose a video template, okay, and then you can change out different scenes. Now, in fact, if you are recording yourself talking, let's say the first scene is about exercise tips. Okay, and then you record yourself saying point number 1. Okay, you want to exercise well, you have to do this, that. All right, so you have the small short snippet of yourself talking. You want to insert inside here, also can. Yeah, suddenly this content is not Canva content anymore. It's your content with your face. How people can copy this lah? Cannot, right? So that's why I tell you, sometimes your video also have to be smart. Watermark it with your face is the best. People cannot copy your face. People cannot copy your voice also. All right, so change scenes, insert yourself inside there, and don't forget your video call to action. People watch your fantastic video already, 15 seconds, 1 minute, I don't care. But at the end of the day, what you want them to do? Especially those of you who is going to go to, become YouTuber. What's the thing that YouTubers always say in their video? Pop quiz. What do they exactly say in their video? Subscribe. There's that particular sentence one. All of them almost say the same thing. Almost there. All right, smash subscribe lah, follow, like lah, okay. Some of you got half the answer. All right, so most of them, the correct one, okay, the nice way of saying it is, if you like this video, okay, click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click that bell icon. All right. Yeah, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click that bell icon. 3 things, all right, in that one sentence. Yeah, you might want to record that as a standard ending for your videos. This sentence, maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds only lah. It will not add more to your video, not a lot. Okay. Yeah, the bell icon notification. Yes, come on, man. All right. Okay. So that's it about transitions. You can add music. Again, music is the essence of video. If you know this video is going to be seen on YouTube. People who watch YouTube, they always have the music on. All right. So music with a little bit of energy, that's good. All right. Especially when it's interesting or very high power content, long content. You want people to have the energy to finish or at least enjoy the video if the content is not good. All right. Or enjoy the music. Now, again, the same video, whether the music will make a difference when they view it on Facebook. All right. This depends. If your audience normally will watch the Instagram video or the Facebook video on mobile phone, and that person is maybe on mobile data, I can tell you the app itself will automatically not autoplay the video. Even if it does, it will probably automatically play without audio. So again, whether the music is equally important on the video that's posted on Facebook or Instagram, you have to test and see. You don't have to be too particular about the music on Facebook or Instagram. And normally Instagram, the video that you can put up there is only 1 minute. All right, but usually people have attention span of average 5 to 15 seconds only on social media videos like Facebook video or even Instagram video. Yeah, you can argue with me, maybe Facebook video, people will watch up to 3 to 4 minutes. But if it's a video post, normally about 1 minute in my experience. All right. So Facebook will mute the song, copyright issue. Okay, if you use pop music, yes, it does. But if you use free music, it's okay. Got free music, man? Oh, of course got. Okay. All right. So again, other video editing tools you can use is here also. But I think, let me, Okay. All right. So other video tools they can use. Okay. You want to find free music, you can actually go to this site here. It's not in my slides, but I'm going to share the link here for you. Those of you writing down, okay. Okay. You can basically go to bensound.com. It's free. All right. Now, if you have your own YouTube channel, there's also YouTube Music inside there. It's also free. As far as I know, Spotify also have a range of free music that you can use. Facebook also have something called the Creator Studio. Inside there, there's also a sound collection you can use. Free, totally. All right. And also, please check Amway Free Resources. All right. They also have a very, very good set of music there also. But, just in case you want something else, all right, there's always other channels that offer free music. Facebook or IG or even YouTube will mute your song if it is something that is copyrighted. Normally, big publishers, they will register the pop song inside their channel. Can't run away with that. All right. Okay. So yeah, you can use the same video across different channels. But one thing I want to let you guys know, if you plan to use CapCut and create a video on TikTok, all right, and you want to use the same video from TikTok and you want to post it on Instagram or Facebook, please make sure that you don't download the video with the TikTok watermark. All right, IG is going to change their policy sometime in the next 1 or 2 months. But they are very, very particular about showing videos, especially in stories or live or whatever, that is from TikTok. You know lah, they are not best friends, okay? They don't like it. All right, so if you smart, okay, make sure you download the TikTok video without the TikTok watermark. Or else, again, just like Facebook lah, Facebook can mute your video out of the blue, right? They can also mute your TikTok video. Oh, these platforms are all kings of their own platform one. They can do anything. All right, so, but if it's a genuine video without any watermark of other platforms, free to use. And no copyrighted music, free to use. How to remove watermark? One hint for you is you go and search your mobile app. Yes, it's in Google Play Store or Apple Store also. You search for download TikTok video without watermark. Definitely got 10, 20 different apps there. Finish, okay? All right. So, okay, where to find the free news images, okay? So, there's a lot of things here that you can actually download yourself. Again, free resources for you, just in case you can't find what you want inside the resource library. And that's it. All right, so I'm just making enough time to talk about community groups, which is what you're all waiting for. Okay, sweat a bit. Okay, come. Okay, all right. So you got your profile. Some of you attempted to do a page, okay? Then you want to upgrade yourself. Page land normally is very one way. People want to engage with you. People want to post on your page. Cannot. Very hard. But you want to create a community that has two ways communication. You want to be able to have a chance for your members to also contribute to the conversation. So let's say you have a Facebook group that is talking about exercise. Everybody exercises, but they have their own tips. You want to be more inclusive with your members. Then Facebook group is the perfect thing to do. Now, for those of you who have a WhatsApp group and Telegram group, probably this is the idea that you envision. Everybody contribute to something in the group, correct? Okay, let me ask you, how many of you actually have that in the group? I know it's a very painful question, but you have to be honest with me. Just now you all have WhatsApp group lah, Telegram group lah, Facebook group lah. How many of you actually have that kind of engagement in your group? Please be honest with me. It's a challenge. It's not impossible, but it's a challenge. Because, we have community managers for that, Yeah, normally there is a dedicated person who actually, their job is to engage or make people in the group work, all right? To contribute, to talk about something. You have to be like almost 24/7 to be active in the group. All right. So like, Mr. Tai here, okay, you say about 1 week lah. Then after that, they keep quiet already. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to share some tips for you so that you can actually find ways to get them respond to you. All right, it may or may not work on WhatsApp, on Telegram, but you see whether it will work or not. Okay, all right. So Mark, Mr. Mark, all right, he did mention that he wants to actually put Facebook groups as the main focus of the platform, which means, do you notice or not, when you go into Facebook, right, when you look for exercise tips, okay, you just randomly want to search something. All right, do you notice that in the filters, right, one of the first things that come up normally is a group or is a page? All right, okay, so maybe I just put like a general topic like diet. All right, you can see diet suku lah, diet sehat lah, whatever, the groups will come up first. Then only it will follow by some posts from someone else. Of course, you know, most of you have different things lah, but in my case, groups will always come first. Which is exactly what Mark has said, what he wanted to do with the platform. He wants to put community groups as the focus because the nature of humans are tribal. We like to do things together. It's just that the way we act online is different. Some of us are very quiet people. Some of us love to show off. Some of us want to contribute, want to be a part of a conversation. All right. So when it comes to community groups, please remember it is not an overnight success. It's not like you create one group and 300 people will come and join your group. I mean, unless you are a celebrity or you are giving away $1 million, then yes, people will join your group. But if your group doesn't have a very strong reason, you probably see very few people actually join your group willingly. Not just that, they are in your group, whether they will actually buy something from you or not, you don't know. All right, it's a very long-term game, anywhere between 30 to 60 days or even longer. Sometimes it takes 1 or 2 years before you actually get a genuine inquiry of, hey, you know, all this time, right, I see you eating very healthy and what's your secret? You know, is there supplements that you take? Because I think I'm seriously considering a supplement routine. Then that would be like what? After 6 months or 1 month of reading all these health tips and content and diet ideas, don't be surprised. People take time to decide. But they have to get nurtured. They have to get pumped with a lot of positive affirmation, a lot of possibility, a lot of things for them to think. And then suddenly it dawned on them, should I start 3 months earlier? But it's never too late to start. All right, okay. I see your enthusiasm here, Munyandi. All right, okay. So social media is always about people, and you are a role model. You can be a role model in your Facebook group so that you encourage people to do the same for other members. And in a typical Facebook group, there's always level of people. All right, people who join the group, they are new, they don't know what's going on in the group. People who are already in the group for quite a while, they are like the abang ekakak in the group. All right, they probably know a few things around, they know who's who in the group. All right, they can actually become the medium tier role models. Of course, you know, you as the person who set up the group, the admin of the group, you'll probably be the leader of sorts. All right, it could be anything. It could be a ABO downline. It could be for an interest. All right, so again, before you start the ABO downline thing, work on the interest first. Get used to the idea of working with people first. And then when you build some confidence, you can actually start your own ABO downline. It's a very good practice here. All right, it's a very, very good practice to get familiarized on how to build communities. All right, so those of you who have not started any community before, that's the thing that I'm trying to encourage you to do. So your expertise, your networking opportunities, all right, forge valuable personal connections. Okay, so how you can contribute to the community as a whole. All right, now I'm saying this on 2 ways, as a person who set up a group and also as a person who joins a group. All right, so I'm sure some of you are one or both. All right, but when you join a group, do try to take effort to engage in the group. All right, you know what they say, right? What goes around comes around. You go and join groups, other people's groups, but you don't engage in that group. How can you expect people join your group and engage in your group? All right, I'm not laughing at you, but it's serious, it's true. All right, so again, learn how to engage in other groups so that you can observe better what other groups are doing. They get so much engagement, that gets people so triggered to answer. Now, I personally joined a group that is full of entrepreneurs, people who wants to start business. All right, and the amount of questions that I see being asked in that group, there's a lot of abangs and kakas there who is a little bit more senior. They are more experienced in business. They share their thoughts, they share their ideas. They also share 1 or 2 tips. Sometimes the way they answer is not direct answers. Sometimes there's questions. Oh, you want to start this business, but what's your budget? There's very key important questions that make people think. And these are the kind of value that some people are looking for. Like for me, I don't expect answers, but I expect to learn something in a group. So what kind of group are you setting up? All right. So like women entrepreneurship, they encourage women entrepreneurs to join the group so that to share information, and it's a private group. All right. So those of you ladies, okay, you want to be a women in entrepreneurship group, this is probably one of the best groups to go for. All right. Now, again, you can base your Facebook group on an interest or particular action or particular locality, like Subang Makan group, okay, Subang jogging group. I think there is already quite a few, right? So you can do that also, all right? If you guys love to exercise, love to jog, love to go, cooking, you want to do a local community group, localized one in that particular area, that's good. People don't need to travel far. All right, people feel a sense of closeness also because the areas are very familiar to them. Oh, which shop has the good deal? There down the street there's one shop like that. So you have a lot of reasons, a lot of things to share in your locality. Of course, if you're a particular profession, you can also share tips, working tips for people. All right, so these are some examples. Home cooking, all right, there's a special group for it. In fact, I know the admin is a Singaporean guy. Sometimes he also share his own ideas, all right, in the group. He organizes the group, but he actually encourages his member to share recipes in the group also. All right. Coffee lovers. Yeah, I know. I see a lot of you, right? So you probably, like to join this kind of groups to talk about what's the best coffee to do, coffee art. Recycle, repair, and reduce. Home agriculture. Yeah, people like to plant things at home. Okay, that's another good thing to do. Places, okay, Subang and Sedang food delivery. Bartender, this is like professionalism or practice. Or maybe a forum or Facebook group of doctors or pharmacists. All right, so I've seen that before. But for you guys, generally is for health related reasons. Okay, I can see some of you are asking if you start selling supplements, of course they will get attack you lah. That's why when you join a group, there's rules. And the rules probably will tell you no sales posts allowed. No advocating of supplements allowed. It actually forces you to think about your product or yourself or your self-branding from the perspective that is relatable to people in a general sense first. You're not there to sell to people, but you're there to attract people to like you. A lot of people get the objective wrong. Oh, I go and join the group so they can sell to the group. No. It's like you're stepping over to other people's territory, Imagine this. If you have a Facebook group, people come into your group and sell things. You like it or not? Sure, you won't, right? Same thing also. When you are a Facebook group owner, then you start to understand, it's not really a good idea. All right. So again, do encourage members who contribute on the surface level. And if they really want to buy something, you tell them to PM you. You walk the talk. All right. So that's how you can grow a group. Like women in entrepreneurship, this group, these ladies, all of them will sell stuff, All right. But they have rules inside that says you want to sell things, it's only designated days that you can post something. And every time you post something, you must put in your member number there. There are rules. As long as you follow the rules, people don't overstep each other. All right. So again, you might have to think about rules for your group also. All right. Certain things that you don't want people to infringe, but you want to encourage people to only share content because that's what you stand for. Same thing also, ABO. All right. So it's like, okay, this group is only to discuss ABO business. All right. But of course, again, you don't have a company, you are not representative of a Amway company, is no problem. We will not discriminate. Please ask any questions. Okay. Sometimes, we may or may not answer your question directly, but we can find people to help you answer questions. So, again, you have to encourage people the reason why they should join the group. All right. So, Tan, okay, we engage with sharing good points. So from there, if people are interested in you, then you click on your page and profile to join you. All right. So no post selling, yeah. It's all about interest and all about content. Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now, public-private group. Okay. Public group or private group better? Public group, right? Please be prepared that there will be random people who want to join your group, and you have no control over the quality of people who join your group. So if you want to encourage people to post or whatever, it's going to be harder because their motivation is going to be very different. Now, if you have a private group by invitation only, you have much better control of who is actually in the group. Less problem also. And you can align people much easier because they know you personally already. Sometimes you might notice that you join public group, right? You don't even know who the administrator is in the group, right? And somehow you feel like, oh, I'm just a number in the group. I don't really contribute much. So unless I'm there to spy, then sure, I will join the group. But if it's something for me to engage, I want to know who am I going to talk to. Yeah, so, without a person that I know in the group yet, I wouldn't join the group. I'm scared. All right. So how to set up a Facebook group? Again, what's your goal? What kind of group? What kind of private? Is it public or private group? What's your niche? Why? You want people to join your group? Must be a very, very good reason. Okay. How you expect them to engage in your group? Do you want to allow them to post something in your group? Do you have some rules that you want to teach them? All right. How do you make them interact among themselves? Is there a common interest that they all can resonate with? Right. For example, people who want to eat well, they might help each other out on ideas on diet, on what to eat, what not to eat. All right. Certain kind of health conditions. Okay. They may maybe have a mutual understanding on that. Hey, I've got the blood sugar problem also. All right, I can help you on this. So sometimes you have to identify these people who join your group. How can they help each other and be a more active member in your group so they don't feel too isolated? Okay. So what kind of content you'll be providing with? Again, I'll give you some ideas here. Don't worry. All right. Give your group a catchy yet effective name. When I say effective means it's easy for people to look you up. You don't put some fantastic name like the Avengers Group. What? People don't know what you're on about. You're superheroing around for what reason? Even superheroes also got super villains on, Yeah. So, put photography, videography, some keywords that people will usually look for, or else they can't find you. I'm looking at those of you who are going to run public groups especially. Maybe you just want to do a public group and see what people will join your group. You can. You do an experiment. All right. When enough people join your group already and you feel that the quality is good, maybe about 100 members, 200 members, okay, you change it into a private group, you can. You can do that. You can do that. All right. So making it a public group just makes it a little bit more welcoming to people who are total strangers. If you're comfortable with dealing total strangers in a group, this is the way to go. Of course, private group has ways to filter people, which I will show you. Make your group searchable. Again, create your group, then only it can be searchable. Update your cover photo, put a reason, set your settings. All right, privacy of your group. Description, make sure people know what your group is about. Okay, you might also want to consider some basic rules to put inside your description. Okay, all right. So like, for example, okay, this group is about share information about wedding lah, marriage lah, okay, your pretty wedding photos lah, wedding up and down lah, is about married life. Ah. This kind of group also God lah. God. Okay, it's a very interesting topic to talk about, not just about themselves. Maybe something, a trend that they notice among young people, they talk about it in the group also. All right. Okay. So Amway, okay, again, if you want to set up an ABO group, okay, you have to tell people how much of a privacy that you are willing to do in that group and what's the limit. All right. So sometimes people take advantage of entrepreneurship group because they keep asking questions, expecting all the answers to be there. So there are some entrepreneur groups, right? Inside their about, they also say, this group is not for us to give you all the answers in the world, but we give you enough guidelines so that you are empowered to look for your own answers. Wow, how powerful is that? If I'm an entrepreneur, I'm out there, I want to be independent, I want to be able to think like an entrepreneur, which is good. It resonates to me. Yes, I don't expect answers, but at least, the abang and kakak there, more experienced people, they can share their experience. That's fine. And I'm looking forward to be part of that as well. All right. So filter the people who joins your group. You can ask them questions. All right. So sample. Okay. All right. What kind of business do you have? What's the struggle lah? What require your best email. Some people actually ask for email, phone number inside the question when they want to join a private group. Wow. Okay. So this one very aggressive, but yes, there are groups that are like that. All right. There's also double confirm people have read the rules. I tell you, some people they are so happy to see a group of like-minded people. They just want to immediately join and don't care about the rules. It's like, oh, I've been looking for these kind of groups so long, finally I found them. I just can't wait to join them. But you want to put that question there in front of them and say, wait. You read first. You understand first. You agree or not? Okay. So you force them to say, yes, I've read once. Yes, I agree. All right. So it's good to avoid trigger happy people who just serial join Facebook groups. All right. Okay. The rules, you can set it inside here, of course, and introduce yourself, be courteous, no hate speech. There's a lot of groups that have very, very good group rules that you can model after. Okay. And then, of course, coffee lovers also, they have it in different language. All right. So it's a good idea to also cater your rules to a different language if you plan to have multilingual group. It's a bit messy, but again, being Malaysians, I think some of us are very comfortable with multilingual groups. Like coffee lovers also, sometimes they mix English and Mandarin. And, sometimes Facebook also have this translate for me kind of button. So there's nothing wrong. Yeah, okay. All right. Group moderation. This one is like, how you can make sure that your group is less chaotic. Which means you, at some point, when your group becomes very big, you have to select pengawas, prefect, moderators, more admins to control the situation. Because if people want to cari pasal, they might actually do it in the middle of the night or something, all right? So at least you're not around to take care of the group, to go through their comments. You have another person that you trust that can help you control the situation or filter or respond to reports. Members can also report disturbing posts. All right? So this will happen quite often in a public group because people don't know people. People think that they're so comfortable in their own house, they just say anything. But let's say if by invitation, you have less likely of this kind of thing happen. But there's something called group moderation that you can use. All right. So you can set another person as admin, all right, if you want to. All right. And we have to talk about, when we talk about moderation, right, it's always a reward and punishment. Reward and punishment. So I know most of you want to set up group that is everybody happy. But people won't take your rules seriously if you don't enforce it. All right, so okay, there are some people who are like that. All right, so yeah, badges is a way to reward people who are engaged in your group. All right, you might want to choose to award this to certain people in your group so that they get a badge to wear around. Okay, they can show off. Whenever or wherever they comment, they have this really nice badge on top that shows people that they are someone in the group. A good thing to have because people are still human. Human have ego. And you're just trying to feed a little bit of ego and give encouragement for them to continue doing the good things. I know we are human. We are still need to train about what is good and what is not good. So reward and punishment is a very effective method. All right. Now, those naughty people, all right, people who don't care about what other people feeling or don't know how to word things with a very high EQ style, all right, you might want to forcefully remove their posts or remove the post or block the other, okay, or put them in what you say, jail. You can actually put them in jail in a Facebook group. Wow, you can limit how many posts they can do, limit how many comments. I think some of you have experienced this before also, especially all these community groups in KL lah or PJ community group lah. Somebody posted something there and then get a lot of comments and whatever, and then suddenly they cannot post anymore. All right, it happens, yeah. Link to your Facebook page if possible. All right. There's a lot of groups here that has multiple groups. All right. So sometimes Asian food is one group. Food and dessert recipe is another group. So you can actually break down to multiple groups if you're confident in managing one. All right. So I wouldn't encourage you guys to create many groups if one also cannot handle. All right. So those of you who are already on WhatsApp, Telegram, keep your WhatsApp, Telegram. Okay. Don't purposely start a Facebook group because you can. Okay. All right. Engagement strategy. Okay. I'm going to go through this very fast, but again, this is in your slides. Don't panic. Sample there. You can read slowly. All right. Someone new join your Facebook group in that week. Please make sure you have a post to welcome them. All right. Even if it's just 5 people or so, make sure you tag their name. Make sure they are mentioned. All right. This works both ways. People feel that it's worth joining this group because I am someone, although I'm new. Psychology, again. Encourage new members to make an introductory post. Okay. Encourage them to post something about themselves. People don't know who is who. All right. So you know how to introduce yourself in a group. You leave it up to them. All right. Encourage them to post something interesting in the group. Again, your rules will probably mention something about what you can post and cannot post. And you try to comment on these people's posts if they're doing something really good. All right. This will actually give them a very clear indicator and also other members that this content is considered good. All right. So psychologically, they feel related, they will do more of it. Again, reward and punishment. Praise is a reward. But praise correctly, okay. Okay, so different kind of contents that people can share. All right. You might want to start the ball rolling by sharing some contents that you expect to see in your Facebook group. So at least you can give some sample to your members. Okay, this kind of content we normally welcome one. Okay, all of you can actually put this kind of content also. You start them getting familiarized with what is good content, what is not so good content, then they will be keen to actually do a version themselves. All right. Ask question in the group and you shall get answers. You can actually create polls in your group, or you can do a live Q&A. All right. So let's say you are someone in the group who is more knowledgeable when it comes to business issues or financial. All right. You want to do a live Q&A session for your members and say, okay, ask me anything. I'll be around for the next 30 minutes. All right. To answer any questions from you guys. All right. And, you can do a live poll. All right. You can see what they think. All right. Ask question, open-ended one. This one we covered a little bit also. Open-ended question gets more information, more feedback, more worded feedback, more precise feedback. Good kind of question to ask. But also there are people who actually like a little bit more close-ended question. The choose one answer type. Yes or no, A or B. All right. So you give them something to choose. Like choose a logo design. Okay. Do some pop quiz. All right. You can actually do, simple question asking to make sure this person is still active. Some people, they don't like open-ended question because I have to type a lot. You're forcing me to think. I don't like to think. Or I shy. I scared my answer wrong. AP question, you won't get wrong lah. It's wrong. It's not super wrong, right? It's just preference. All right. Okay. Photo quotes. Okay. So again, another content that you can do. Somehow it's not loading. I don't know why. Okay. Entertainment posts. Okay. So this is something that you can do to show and tell in your group. Okay. Entertaining yet educating. Virtual events. Now, when it comes to virtual events, you can do a Facebook Live inside your own page, or you can invite people to come to your page and give a talk. So let's say you know someone who is in the car industry, all right, and you can invite this person to come into your Facebook group and talk about cars or car care, all right, and it's for the benefit of your members also. So you can do something like this as well. All right. So women in entrepreneurship, they actually invite people from, eye hospital or international school because they know that the people who join their group is either single ladies or ladies with children or ladies who are taking care of elderly. So they have different needs. And the kind of content that you give your members have to cater to their needs. All right. So like, for example, if you do an exercise group, you might want to consider related content like, these people running, right? So maybe they also need to take care of their health, their diet. All right. So you might want to hire some expert that is from the nutritionist area or dietitians. Okay. They come in, they give a talk, very quick 30 minutes or 1 hour talk about how to eat healthier for joggers. Some of people jog because they are preparing for a marathon. So maybe you want to invite a sports athlete, all right, or somebody who actually runs marathons to come in to share their experience. You can actually do that as well. It's all about who you know, right? So this is what I mean by sometimes you can actually set up a Facebook group depending on, who you know. All right. So relevant Facebook group, again, check them out and you see whether you can collab or not. Smaller Facebook group and bigger Facebook group can work together sometimes. All right. So timing, again, make sure your post is out in the same time. Okay. And use Facebook Live. All right. Use Live a lot. Okay. Manage your notification, comment and reply people's posts. Okay. And you can actually get reporting also about your Facebook group. How many members are joining your Facebook group? Are they active, not active? Okay. How can you improve this? Were there more people joining your group after a certain kind of content was posted and reposted outside of the group? Good idea also to find out all this. All right. And you can see all this data again in a Facebook group. All right. Okay. So which day they are more highly engaged? Which are the top posts? Who shared what kind of posts that get more engagement? You might want to reward that person as a secondary community manager. All right, so that he has more power and more freedom into producing different kind of content. All right, again, same thing, calendar, plan. Okay, plan your conversation. All right, and you acknowledge those members that are very active in your group. All right, so again, you have different people in your group. Some people are creators. That means they are as creatively as possible, who are giving a lot of useful information in their own little way. Post lah, write things lah, photo lah, story lah, do live lah. All right. So these people love this and they love the chance to do live when they can. Some people are contributors. They are behind the scene, like, share, post, comment your thing. All right. These are people who are sharers. They like a content when they like a content. Okay. Consumers, people who stalk. They just go, see your content, read, but they don't really like or comment. And then of course there's these people who are inactive. They join the group, but you never hear from them. You probably need to want to private message them and see whether they are still around, still active or not. Okay, encouragement. Okay, all right. So the more posts and engagement you have in your group, the higher you will get listed inside the Facebook search. All right. Okay, so again, yeah. So group members can share the Facebook post into the group. Doesn't always need to be a page admin or moderator. All right. So again, get your members to post so that people feel more comfortable that, hey, this is a group. Everybody can contribute. All right. Okay. So far, so good. All right. Now, WhatsApp group normally is about customer service. All right. So when it comes to WhatsApp group, right, sometimes it can be very messy. All right. So I'll just jump forward to the pros and cons of WhatsApp group and Telegram. All right. Now, the problem with WhatsApp group, right, you'll probably notice this also. Every time you invite someone new into the WhatsApp group, they cannot see the previous posting or previous conversation that happened in the group. So you will always get that moment of stranger, the feeling of being a stranger in the WhatsApp group, because you don't know what actually happened, what's the current conversation, nothing, cannot see. All right. So this is the reason why a lot of people converted it into Telegram group. Telegram group, you can actually see previous conversations, much easier for people to join in a current conversation. And also, there's limit. WhatsApp group can only let about 256 members in the group. All right, but Telegram is 200,000. All right, it's much bigger group for you to work with if you want to overcome the limit. All right, some of you are comfortable with 256 is because you think about it also, 256 is also enough people already. All right, some of you are content with that. It's okay, it's fine. But if you want to do a bigger group, consider Telegram. All right, now Telegram, you can actually do two types of group. There is the groups, there is the channel. Channel is like one way. All right, you broadcast, posts, interesting content, is for people who don't like to respond, don't like to chat. Okay, you can actually do that as well. It's a little bit like Facebook page. Okay, and groups, right? Okay, when you set up a group or channel, you can actually get found on the Telegram app itself. If people are feeling bored, they're looking for a particular channel about a topic, all right, they can actually search for different topics and they can actually find you. All right, so this is, if you see something subscribers, means this is a Telegram channel. All right, and if you see something members, this is a Telegram group. All right, not everyone on Telegram so I have to encourage also. So some people are keen, okay, to go into Telegram just to find out what you have there. It depends how exclusive you make it. All right, so if you have some exclusive content only on the Telegram group, people will rush there. All right, okay. So okay, so you can connect to a separate group for connection. So let's say you have a channel, 10,000 people inside there, but you notice that there are some people who wants to comment, who wants to have a healthy discussion on this topic. You can actually connect the group to a channel, so that in case you have some vocal people or people who like to have a bit of conversation, they still have a place to talk to you or to have a mama group kind of thing. People who actively talk but at least it doesn't disturb those people who just wants news for the sake of news. Subscribe okay? All right, so what kind of audience you have? This is the main question that you ask yourself. All right, if your audience, most of the time they love to chat, group is fantastic, fine. But you will notice that there are some people who join groups just merely for the information only. All right, so at the very least, Telegram has two different modes that cater for these two groups of people. And the people who just love to read, don't reply, at least they don't feel disturbed with notifications that come in, sometimes in the middle of the night. Any of you have this problem? The chatters in your WhatsApp group, walao, no need to sleep one. After 10 o'clock, so ding, 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 non-stop one. So, it annoys people, okay? People scared to join your group because it's like too active. I cannot tahan. Okay. All right, so consider them. Okay, some people, they are not ready to communicate yet because they just want to check and see who is these people there. All right, should I say something? Should I not say something? Am I comfortable or not? It's really up to them. So again, sometimes you throw out this link like this, okay? Those people who are really curious, they'll come in. So don't worry about whether they are on Telegram or not. Some people, they are just looking for a change. They don't know where to start. But at least you give that call to action out and let people know that, hey, you know what? We have a much more controlled and quality Telegram group that you can join. Not as messy as Facebook, easier to get your information. You should try it. All right. Okay, so again, how to make it successful? Okay, so make sure you do not post false information on Telegram group because people can screenshot and repost. In fact, there's a very popular term, we call it caught in 4K. All right, so again, you don't simply say things in Telegram group. Okay, you can actually, people can screenshot and post you anywhere else. All right. So a very popular term that goes around the internet now is called caught in 4K. People screenshot you, repost somewhere else, and say you did say this. Don't deny. Okay. All right. Khairul Aming. Anybody know this guy? Very famous guy sharing recipes and stuff like that. He does a broadcast group on Telegram. All right. So he shares cooking recipes and stuff like that, to encourage people to join the group and just follow him for different types of content. Yeah, it looks a bit of same like a Facebook group. All right, not very different. All right. So videos, you can put it there. Posts, you can put it there as well. People who like to plant things, okay, they share their ideas here also. And this particular channel, they don't just share information, but they also sometimes give call to action like joining a Zoom or joining a webinar. All right. So those of you who are keen to encourage people to become ABOs, sometimes words is not enough to explain concept or business ideas to people. You might actually want them to go one step more to join a webinar or a face-to-face session, and you can open that invitation in a Telegram group. And people generally see Telegram groups as a much more professional group, not so messy group compared to WhatsApp. It's the perception. So you can take that opportunity to encourage people to come to the Telegram group for people who are serious. All right. So again, you can share many different kind of content inside the Telegram group, images, links, files. All right. Perfect for that ABO business kind of setup. Some of you have some cheat sheet. Cheat sheet. Maybe samples of social media posts that you found on the internet can do. Yeah, people might actually like that. All right. Okay. Why not, right? Okay. So last module. Sorry, guys. I know it's exceeded already. I'm supposed to finish at 6, but we did start a little bit late. Okay. I'm going to try and finish this in 4 minutes. Okay. Wish me luck. All right. So are you comfortable to show your face on live streaming? Yes or no? Come, give me answer. Yes or no? 50-50. Okay, thank you for your honesty. No means no. Okay, can. All right. Okay, don't know yet. Okay, the one that answered don't know yet, I tell you, you try first. You might get addicted to it. All right. So I say that, all right, you have problems showing your face on Facebook Live. Most probably it's because you feel uncomfortable talking to yourself. You try to talk to yourself more often, you will get that mental readiness to go live. Because when you go live, there's nobody in front of you. Seriously, you're talking to a camera. Yeah. All right. Now you can also observe other people do live so that you know what kind of style is expected, and you will find a lot of different pattern of people doing live. The acha type, the simply type, the smoke and do Facebook Live type also got. All right. So again, be natural. Be natural means what? You talk as if you are talking to another person. Now, I have a student who actually shared me this tip, which is, I feel very funny, but it actually works because it's psychology. You practice talking to a mirror. That's what we do, right? When we come to public speaking, you practice to talk to yourself on the mirror. You see your own face, right? Now, when comes Facebook Live, very simple. You put a mirror behind the camera. So you see your face there. So mentally, your brain is already conditioned as if you are talking to a mirror. But when your face is actually looking at the camera, it looks very natural already because it looks as if you're practicing in front of a mirror. Of course, a slightly different variation of this is to print your favorite person's face and put it behind the camera. It's called short-circuiting your brain. It short-circuits your brain in such a way that you don't feel nervous talking to no one. Yeah. All right. So, of course, practice in advance, it would help make a script and always have a topic. Now, for those of you who love to talk, whatever topic you throw to you, also no problem can talk. Good for you. All right. You always have a topic. You just need a trigger only. And that's why sometimes when you do Facebook Live, right, it's a good idea to look at your chat. Sometimes invite your friends to your Facebook Live. All right. Get your friends, tell your friends, okay? If anytime you see, macam I stuck, nothing to say already, you give me some trigger keywords and I will create some story out. Yeah. All right. So when no confident doing live yourself, invite another friend to come live with you together. Hey, can Can, okay? So guys, you want to go live, you try StreamYard. Okay, I think StreamYard is still the best when it comes to inviting people to stream or do solo stream, very flexible. You can start free also. All right. If don't talk, okay tak? Homie, you want to do product demonstration tapi tak mau cakap? Cannot lah. But background music kena ada lah. I've seen before. I've seen people, they do a Facebook Live, they demo themselves drawing, but they put background music. Yes, I've seen that before. You can try. All right, but people want to see face. Normally, the Facebook Live. See hand not enough. But, you know, if you are trying to teach people how to draw, then that's good. Okay. All right, privacy setting, you can go Facebook Live yourself first. Okay, only me. All right, nobody in the public can see me, but at least you can practice one round first. Oh, this is how I look like on camera. Okay, I have to accept it. All right, yeah, some of you are going to be very uncomfortable looking at your own recording. I know I did. The first time I see my recording is like, it's very weird. I sound different when I speak. I sound different on the video. This is something that you have to get used to. All right. So, but once your brain understands that, okay, this is me, I am okay, I'm not that bad, then you slowly build more confidence to talk more, to talk longer also. All right. So live streaming idea, what to say, All right, you give tutorial, do Q&A. Most of you are already very experienced people. Oh, I've seen this thing that happened before. All right. Normally, how I fix it is like this, but I also heard of my friends there, they will do this, and this. Then in the market you can actually show your screen also. You can do a live demo of how to shop on Shopee for the best running shoes, for example. All right. Now, normally I choose shoes, you have to make sure that this is there. Delivery time is whatever. Then you can do simple things like that. And people can appreciate. People might stay on to see your entire life just to learn something from you. Webinar, broadcast live event, Q&A, ask for feedback. All right, because remember, it's two ways. It's not just you showing how to do things, but sometimes you get ideas from your audience also. It's like, okay, this is how I would choose my running shoes, but anybody else use any other platforms? Is there any other website that you go for to look for that marathon shoes or jogging shoes? Then you can solicit some ideas there, and people start sharing in the chat. Wow. Suddenly the other people who join your Facebook Live, they get extra value, plus, bonus. Because you, as the host, the person in front of the camera, you started this conversation. You encourage participation with people who is viewing your live. This is also one of the reasons why people like to go Facebook Live. They feel safe behind the camera. They don't have to show their face, but they have a space to ask questions if they want to. All right. Okay, so case studies, people actually say, actually yesterday I bought this color, whatever, can PM or not? All right. I bought the same color that you have, I want to buy this particular product from you. Can you share me the details? All right. So again, opportunity, people are actually asking for inquiry. All right. So Mandarin teacher, Malay teaching Mandarin. Okay, so you tell people that you can teach Mandarin, but you're Malay. Sometimes there is a gap in trust. So you have to do a Facebook Live to show people that you are who you are. Yeah, right. Some of you mentioned scammer, right? How to scam people? Yeah, they do it behind the scene. They do email marketing like that. They trick you. They cheat you with words. But you ask the scammer to go live. Oh, their face is a stick, all right. So at least, people who are genuine, people who walk the talk, they can turn on the Facebook cam, start talking. Cannot cheat. You ask any question, I can answer live also. All right. Invite people to chat together, share stories. People stay on for stories. Definitely. Okay. All right. Okay. So the next few slides are all how to start your IG live session. So those of you who are already very active on IG, start with IG. Now IG, the Facebook Live, right, is a little bit more intimate compared to Facebook Live. The perception. All right. IG, a lot of people associate it with personal views or personality. It's a very, very influencer kind of platform. The feeling that you go when you go and see an Instagram live and a Facebook live is very different. All right. So, some of you might actually need to follow a few influencers, a few other people's live to get that feeling. Sometimes you see a little bit commercialized, a little bit not so commercialized one. So you might actually know how to adapt the style for your own Facebook group live if you want to create the same feeling. Close group, normally they desire the person that is on live a little bit more open. All right. The public Facebook live is a little bit more formal one. Cannot simply say thing one. All right. Yeah. Okay. So again, information sharing or lead collection. Okay, two of the main reasons why. Pre-live, again, announce when you are going to go live. You suddenly turn on live, not everybody have time to drop everything and watch you live. You can make that announcement 1 week before you go live. Plan it in your calendar, please. Okay. I plan to go live every Wednesday, 10 p.m. All right. So make sure you make that announcement the Wednesday before. All right. For about your next week's stream. Sometimes some people, they finish the live already. They say, okay, today we just talk about how to choose the best jogging shoes. Next week, same time, we're going to talk about how to choose your running jersey. All right. So if you guys want to stay informed, okay, this is the link for the event, okay, and make sure you stay notified and join us next week. So it's a call to action again. All right. So don't forget to give that call to action before you finish the live. And some of you, no experience one, I tell you, your first time going live, that first half an hour, wow, it's like as if you talk the whole day. Try it. Okay, it's not bad at all. You just need to get used to it. Of course, after live, you need to do some follow-up. Cross-post your content, edit your content, post it in multiple platforms. All right, Vivian, question. Only those who are your FB friends can join your FB live. And you can send invitation to particular people to come and watch you live. Actually, when you go live, right, you can set it to certain people to see your live. Certain people or certain groups of people or friends, except acquaintances or even only yourself. So there is a setting there you can choose, Vivian. All right. Again, equipment, very important. Now, green screen is not important, but mobile phone is. All right. And if you plan to talk a lot, it's a good idea to invest in mic. I would prefer wired mic. Wired mic is still the best because you don't have to worry about battery. Okay. Yeah, some of you want to invest in the Bluetooth mic. It looks cool. You can probably see a lot of online sellers, they have this clip here, and then they have this like Bluetooth thing here. You can just talk, and then it just receives your mic. All right. You can try that also, but the only thing is the battery. All right. Lighting, if your room lighting is generally not so good, yeah. All right, go ahead and buy some lighting kit, to actually help improve the lighting a bit, especially if you are doing makeup tutorial. People cannot see your face, they cannot see the makeup. Okay, all right. So background should be nice. All right, if you don't use a green screen, it's okay, but you make sure you have something nice at the back. People see, people feel comfortable. If it's very disorganized at the back, people will focus on your background instead of you. That's the problem. All right. Again, office setup, okay, make sure your camera is in the right angle. All right. So sometimes your camera, right, high angle, low angle can give a different feeling when people actually see you live. All right. Window light, indoor light, ring light. Now, a lot of influencers like to use the ring light because it gives a very even lighting on your face. So influencers are all about the face, the look, the makeup. All right. So ring light is very effective for that. But let's say you are like me. Okay. You just want to do a simple talk and, my focus is not my face. All right. The focus is my voice. So you do a very simple lighting on the top of your head. It's already good enough generally. So umbrella lighting is more like if you want to do product demonstration, then umbrella lighting on the left or the right is probably better. Okay. Yeah, ring light example. Okay, sound is very important. Make sure there is no distraction of voice. Generally, I recommend live is done indoors. Don't do it outdoors because outdoors you really cannot control anything. All right, suddenly, somebody decide to do construction, that's it, gone. Okay, all right, suddenly people walk past, car drive past, also gone. All right, so do indoors, speak louder when necessary, and add on microphone if you need to. Okay, again, Shopee is the best place to shop for mic. Mic generally don't cost more than 40 ringgit lah. Cheap one also, you can start with that first. And please don't rely on the handphone mic. The handphone mic is the worst. Okay, don't. All right, I'm sure you have seen it before. Yo, so terrible, like echo so loud and everything. It doesn't catch anything also. Okay, so yes, get a mic, please. Okay, all right. So these are the next few things are just step by step how to do it. All right, so please try and do at least once. You might like it. Okay, so you can set it to public, you can set it to different groups. So just to answer Vivian's question, this is where you can set. Got? Okay. All right. Instagram also the same thing. You can change your live setting also. Who can see your message reply? Okay, who can see you live? You can also set that also. All right. Put some emoji, announce title, start your live. Okay. And different tools that you can do in doing your live. Invite another person to go live with you. The button is here also, somewhere inside here. Instagram live is much more easier. You don't have to rely on StreamYard. StreamYard is good for FB Live. Okay, take note of that. All right. So again, do try. Doesn't matter you are going live on Facebook or Instagram. At least you have done your live before. People have a chance to interact with you directly. All right. So after going live, let people know that you went live. All right. If you don't tell people that you went live, you're not going to increase the viewership on your live. And also another thing, do not worry that nobody come to your live, because so happen you went live at a time that people are sleeping. It's normal, yeah. But the next day or the day after that, when you actually tell them that you went live, thank you, this and that, they will be curious. They will say, hey, did I miss something? All right. So which is what we say, fear of missing out. They don't want to miss any key highlight points. So to help them, when you share, okay, the part where you have went live yesterday, you highlight some key points. You tell them, you know what, in our life, what happened. All right, one of our audience actually asked this very interesting question. All right, if running shoes, right? Okay, got many different types. If I want to run on rough road, okay, is it the same type of jogging shoe that I will use if I run on tanah, on raw ground? Okay, so you can highlight a few things that has happened in your life so that people will be so curious that, like, where? God, this is the same question that I had also. All right, so you actually open your live and watch your video. Yeah, so you just do them a favor and put a few interesting highlight beats inside there to encourage them to say, wow, it's not a normal life. There's a lot of things that we share. And the audience was engaged. Audience asked questions and they was answer to the audience. Then people feel that, oh, this is a real life. It's not a pre-recorded thing. Yeah, FOMO, all right. Aaron, okay, you got the idea. All right, so again, as a conclusion for today, before I go into Q&A, all right, so list down the social media platforms that you want to focus. Just stick with Facebook is good enough because Facebook itself has so many things that you can experiment. And list down your content ideas based on your niche in your Amway product. Some of you might be picking 2 or 3 different niches here, but I would say you can try to produce different content for different needs. So that means like 2 or 3 different topics, then 2 or 3 different kinds of content. Okay. All right. So let's move on to Q&A. Okay. So some of you actually asked a lot of very interesting questions. Okay. So let me just jump forward. I think I answered some of them just now in the second part of the class. Okay. All right. To create the traffic, is that means we input content in different platform or more content? This one I mentioned before, different platforms have different target audience. You might need to test and see whether your content actually works better on IG or even on Facebook. But generally, different platforms have different types of preferred media. So if you're comfortable doing video, go on and do that YouTube or TikTok video. Create a snippet, pack it inside your Facebook page if you want additional reach. But you must, among so many different platforms, right? You must focus on one platform to be your headquarters. Okay. All right. So next question is from B Ning. All right. Okay. When posting video on business account, okay, it will always appear at first post, then go to IG. Is it good way? Sometimes it's a bit annoying seeing the same video every time go into the IG app. Okay. Okay. Now, if you post your video from your own IG, is what you see because the app will always inform you what is your latest content. But your audience won't see the same thing, yeah? All right? So your audience will probably see something different. So you don't have to worry about, same video coming at them all the time. It doesn't work that way. The IG algorithm is smart enough to switch content for your audience. So they don't see the same content all the time. All right? Okay. Bening. Then what you mean? Then you better supplement me with more information, every time you go in. Yeah, every time you go in, you will see the video because you are the one posting the video, right? But your audience won't see the same thing. Your audience will have different interests, will have different things. So it's an app thing. It's not really about, you. All right. So you don't have to worry about that. It's the app sometimes will actually show you what you uploaded recently. All right. Okay. Next, Rahayu, is it a good idea if I follow all the IG ID in influencer in order to get follower, which means the following will be more than follower? Okay. Very good question here, Rahayu. I want to say this, when you do your IG, even your TikTok also the same, please try to make sure your following is not more than your follower. Because if your following is more than your follower, you look desperate. Okay? Yeah, people can see follow so many, but people follow you so little. All right? And your idea, Rahayu, about following people, and then when people follow you, you unfollow that mega influencer, that's a very bad practice. Do not do that. Don't do that. Because it will actually disturb the algorithm. They will know that, you have an agenda behind following people. You're not a true follower. All right? It might actually do something to your algorithm also in the long run. All right? So you don't simply follow people, right? 2,000 versus 200 is very weird. All right? So yeah, okay. Follow someone relevant, but you don't simply unfollow people unless you have very good reason to do so. Okay? Can Okay, stalker. All right. Okay. Okay. So, all right. You're not encouraging FB story. I am saying you can do FB story, but you don't expect FB story work the same like Instagram. After all, who started stories first? Instagram first. So Instagram normally have much better sticker and much better features on story compared to FB. FB story is most of the time what I use it for is to bring people eyes on a latest post that I have. Instagram story, I use it to create engagement. I have different news for the same feature. This is me personally. All right, so Vivian, you might want to check this also. Can transfer from FB page to FB group. You can manually give them a call to action, all right, to invite them to a Facebook group. This is a question from Carmen. All right, so Carmen, you're asking, okay, those people already follow me on FB page. They like, comment stuff on my FB page. How do I get them to a Facebook group? You can actually do a post to invite them to a Facebook group. All right, again, they opt in. You cannot force them to join your group. Okay, all right, don't do that. All right, FB page, okay, Kao Ko or Ko Leong. Okay. FB page, not really active before. Good to create a new one to restart or use the previous and restart. Your FB page got follower or fan already not? If already got follower, got fan, then you continue lah. But if let's say, when you started, it's already never do a lot of work to actually get follower and fan, you can restart. All right. Wow, a lot of question here also. Okay. Now you guys like to ask question, huh? Okay, good. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Rizal, okay. Would it be good idea to schedule posts from FB page to both Instagram and FB page or focus on one platform? Do you have enough content for both platforms? On FB page, if you do a post, people will focus on the text and the image. On Instagram, most people will focus on image first. Some people, they purposely do separate because they want to have a different feeling when people see a post on Instagram. They'll emphasize more on the picture. The picture that is used on the FB is more of an eye attention or eye-grabbing photo that doesn't have anything. So the question, I think, Hamrizal, if you're comfortable posting the same content on two platforms, you can do so, but check your data. Does it get engagement for you or not? Okay, Elaine, if the target audience mostly younger generation, is it better to focus on IG or FB? IG. Because to them, IG is their first social media platform. Old people like me, over the age of 35, 40, our first platform is FB. So they will have friends already on IG first, and they won't purposely jump to Facebook. Okay. Salim, only one following. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So when you post text, right, is it better to be short text or long text? If you are trying to summarize something, the shorter the better lah, but the call to action must be there. If you are sharing key points or a link to a much more interesting post elsewhere on Facebook, then a short summarized text or what you think is good. That means you've seen some really good content from another influencer also on Facebook. You want to share their post inside your Facebook page. You just summarize hey, this is a really good idea from this favorite influencer of mine. Then you can put a very short text. But if it's a new post from you, trying to get people to come into the idea of how important is it to choose the right shoe for exercise, then you can do a little bit longer text. But call to action, must remember the call to action. All right. So do we need to link FB story to our FB posts? You can. Actually, it's a much preferred idea because you know what? When people are in their Facebook page, right? Okay, they're going to probably see this top part first. All right. So if you can put a snippet or share your post inside your story, or maybe the same image you use in your post, you put in your story, and then you put that new post. Actually, you get more people viewing your story. So this is one thing that I will practice myself. Okay. All right. How to increase IG FB page followers? Share more content. Make sure hashtag is there. Share more content. Make sure hashtag is there. On FB, right, your post, right, if you're working on getting more followers, it's a good idea to try and hop on to viral content. All right, viral content works very, very well. Ahmad, your question I cannot answer. Which one is better, FB, IG, YouTube, or TikTok? I have to ask you another question. Who is your audience? Second question, which media you're more comfortable doing? Video? Image? All right. Okay. Amani, if the video picture is the same throughout the SOCMAP platform, but copywriting and context in the text is different, or content in the text is different, will it be okay? Can. No problem. Carmen, usually how to start a new page for the content? You talking about which platform? If IG is actually a new IG account, if it's Facebook, then usually I will create a different page. All right. Okay. All right. So if you start creating a page, then do you think it's a good idea to create a group? You try your Facebook page first to talk about certain interests. Okay. If you can see a lot of people like to comment, like to share stuff, then it's a good idea to start a group so that they can have a two-way communication. They can actually be part of your posting in a group. All right. So, but I think create a group lah. If you already know people who are interested in that subject, you can just make them the key members of your group first, the abang kakak level, and then you encourage the abang kakak level to invite their friends into the group. That's how you build your community. All right. Okay, but good question there. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So again, that's the end of my presentation here. All right. So I'm just going to park two links here. I know I'm promoting myself a little bit, but there's so many of you guys here. You probably want to see this Wan Yi, what kind of Facebook page she has. Okay. So, all right. Like I mentioned, okay, I have two different Facebook Facebook pages. Okay, that I do two different things. All right. One page is for my gaming. The other page is the professional me. All right. So if you want to add me in my Facebook pages, please feel free to do so. If you want to add me as a personal thing, okay, I will approve you also. All right. Since we have very good friend now, okay, very good feeling, All right. So yeah. Okay. But thank you very much for joining today's talk. It's a very fun-filled pack, a very compact information also. And I wish you very, very good luck in your social media journey. All right. At any time, if you add me in, on my pages or in my personal profile, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me. And I'll see whether I can dig up something that can help you forward. Yeah. All right. Call to action. Yeah. All right. You guys learn very fast. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. So great, guys. Okay. And I will stop sharing here and I will pass the session back to our MC. All right.
Hello, thank you so much, Wan Yi. All right. Usually, if you all attended the events that I host before, I usually don't put numbers. So can you all just please type "Thank you, Wan Yi" in the chat room so that she can feel our love as well. And really, thank you so much, Wan Yi. Although it is an overrun event, but I believe everyone learned a lot. It is honestly a very detailed presentation. And I know that everyone should have benefited, right? Thank you so much, Wan Yi. And we hope to listen to TQG and Amway again for the advanced social media building training. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it is also time for dinner. Thank you so much for joining this, and also please protect the our slide as well, because the slide and presentation info is truly and exclusively for all of you who have registered only. So thank you so much. And of course, other than thank you, Wan Yi, don't forget to thank you, Amway, and thank you, TQG as well.